All right. Well, we're going to try this again. It's showing on my end that the mic is working. So hopefully it is. We'll wait here, see if a couple folks come back. I don't know if that was a problem with Nathaniel's or what. I'm going to have to get rid of that other one. But we'll do that in due time. Let's do that. Looks better. There we go. All right. Just waiting. La da 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 da. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? All right. I'm going to go ahead and just jump into the game, and hopefully, whoever you are, if you come in here, just let me know if you can hear voice, because Nathaniel said he couldn't. I don't know if something's going on with YouTube or what have you, but everything looks fine on my end. All right, so tonight it's going to be Greg Maddux versus Dizzy Dean. Dizzy Dean making his first appearance of the season. Greg Maddux comes into the game. He is 1-0 with a 3.38 earned run average and 11.2 strikeouts per 9 inning. So pretty crazy there. All right, leading off for the Braves. In center field is Hugh Duffy. Batting second in right field, Hank Aaron. Batting third in left field is Tommy Holmes. Batting fourth at first base, Freddie Freeman. Batting fifth at third base, Chipper Jones. Batting sixth, catching Joe Torre. Okay, audio is good. Thank you, Samuel. I appreciate that. Batting seventh at shortstop is Herman Long. Batting eighth at second base, Bobby Lowe. All right, looking at now the lineup for the hometown St. Louis Cardinals. Leading off at first base, Albert Pujols. Batting second in center field, Jim Edmonds. Batting third in right field, Stan Musial. Batting cleanup at second base, Rogers Hornsby. Batting fifth and catching, Yadier Molina. Batting sixth in left field, Joe Medwick. Batting seventh at shortstop, Ozzie Smith. Batting eighth at third base, Ken Boyer. And Dizzy Dean takes the hill and bats ninth. And remember, Friday, March 14th, Out of the Park 26 is going to be released. And hopefully we're going to see pretty soon a new release of Pocket Pennant Run, which is looking pretty nice with team logos and hard coding of dice and things like that for different ball games. So Samuel Smith says there may, and we'll highlight this because it's important that you guys understand that this is may be a PC version of Season Ticket Down the Road. Clay's working on it. That would be awesome. I hope Clay does it. Yeah, Baseball Mogul had a good run, but I think it's time for the old gal to retire. I really, really do. All right, so Clay, go for it, and let's do it. Let's go to Busch Stadium now, guys. Don't forget, in April is the release of Digital Diamond version 13. So I'd like to try to keep up on what's going on. He says, great, now audio is working. That's weird that it wasn't working before. But anyhow, there we go. All right, we are once again back at Busch Stadium where we were Saturday night. I just couldn't resist this matchup of Dizzy Dean versus Greg Maddux. All right, just looking at the weather here before we get started at Busch. And again, beautiful day it was in PA. Wow, it's supposed to be nice all week. Attendance today is 21,566. We have a clear sky and a nice 51 degrees, but a wind coming in from right at 10 miles per hour. So kind of windbreaker weather, I guess, here in Missouri, as they say. All right, looking at the starting defense here for the St. Louis Cardinals. In left field, Ducky Medwick. In center, Jim Edmonds. In right, Stan the Man Musial. From first to third, Albert Pujols. The Rogers Hornsby. At short, Ozzie Smith. And at third, Ken Boyer. And behind the dish is Yadier Molina. Stepping in is Hugh Duffy. Off to a pretty hot start in the young season, hitting 8 for 18 with a home run, 5 RBI. All right. As Advocate 8, Nathaniel says he's been looking forward to this matchup. So am I. So here we go. Greg Maddux was completely dominant in his first start of the season. All right, let's pan around here at a pretty nice looking ballpark. It's not PNC, but it's pretty nice. And we are underway. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way. And this one slapped into right, base hit. So Hugh Duffy is aboard. So Dizzy Dean coming with the fastball, and Hugh Duffy just staying with it and poking it out there into left. Here comes Hank Aaron now. Hugh Duffy with great speed at first base for these Braves. Hammer and Hank at a 267 average right now with 3 RBI. Duffy, good lead off first. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And curveball that time. And Hank Aaron swings and comes up with nothing but air. So one away now for Tommy Holmes. Tommy Holmes, we featured the other night. He was our baseball biographical encyclopedia player. So Tommy hitting 250 with a run batted in. This man was super hard to strike out, as we learned on Saturday night in our read-up about him. 0-1 pitch to Tommy. Oh, and this one is going to get away. This is going to be a wild pitch. So Diz kind of, I don't know if he lost his grip in the ball or what. Beautiful day here in St. Louis, but that puts Hugh Duffy into scoring position. One down, left-hander Holmes back in the box in the 1-1 pitch. And Tommy swings, high fly ball, right field, ranging in and making the grab is Stan Musial. Tagging and making third easily is Hugh Duffy. So despite that good arm out there by Musial, Duffy just too much speed. All right, 2 down, and here's cleanup hitter Freddie Freeman hitting an even 200. No RBI yet or anything for Freddie Freeman. All right, the Diz has the sign from Yadier Molina. The count full on Freddie Freeman. Freeman swings. He's going to dump this one at a left base hit. RBI single for Freddie Freeman as Hugh Duffy comes in to score. So that wild pitch by Dizzy Dean proves costly here for the Cardinals. Top of the first. And here is Chipper Jones. He has a home run, 3 RBI, but hitting just 133 in the young season. 0-2 pitch. Swung on, and this one sinking line to the right. This is going to get down for a base hit. So they're seeing Dizzy pretty well right now. The throw goes into third. Musial's throw going a little up the line, and Freddie Freeman is safe. So runners at the corners for the Braves here in the top of the first, and it brings up the catcher Joe Torre, who's hitting 250, has a home run, 3 runs batted in. Diz working out of the stretch, not looking too sharp right now. The pitch. Joe Torre swings, hard hit ground ball past short into left field, and that is going to be an RBI. So Joe Torre bats one in, and the Braves put up a crooked number here in the top of the first inning. So Dizzy Dean now to face Herman Long. Herman Long with an RBI in this season, hitting 214, and the 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on, and this one blooped out into center. Dizzy Dean. So there's another RBI for the Braves, and the Braves are coming out swinging. 5th hit for them. We are just in the top of the first inning, and it's 3-0 Braves. Here's Bobby Lowe now. Braves making some noise here with 2 out and 2 on. Cardinals looking to get out of this right here. Got to staunch the hemorrhaging. Here's the pitch. And it's another wild pitch. Another wild pitch, and the runners will move up. Dizzy Dean just not looking sharp here at all in what should be a marquee matchup. Touched up for 3, and that last wild pitch did allow Hugh Duffy to come in to score eventually. 1-2 pitch on the way now. And Bobby Lowe cranks this one out to left, but short of the track is Ducky Medwick. But 8 men come to the plate for the Braves, and 3 of them score. We go to the bottom of the first inning, and the Braves 3 and the Cardinals coming to bat. All right, looking at the starting defense here for the Braves in left field, Tommy Holmes. In center, Hugh Duffy, and in right, Hammer and Hank Aaron. From, let's go third to first around the horde. In third base, Chipper Jones. At short, Herman Long. At second base, Bobby Lowe. And at first, Freddie Freeman. Catching is Joe Torre, and on the mound, Greg Maddux. And I talked about that first start of his 10 strikeouts in that game. Did give up 3 earned runs, but won that game. So completely dominant. Leading off is Albert Pujols. Pujols with 2 home runs in the young season thus far with 4 RBI. Maddux has the sign from Joe Torre, and the 1-1 pitch on the way to Pujols. Pujols swings, 2-hopper to third, gloved easily by Chipper Jones, and he fires on to first for the 5-3 putout. Here's Jim Edmonds now. Jim Edmonds off to a good start, both at bat and defensively. So 308 average for him, 3 RBI, 2 home runs, and Edmonds has made some pretty damn fine plays out there in center field. All right, lefty digs in against Greg Maddux. Let's see what Maddux comes with. So we saw the slider. Now let's see what comes down the pike. Edmonds cuts on this one, fly ball, Routine fly ball out to center field, camping under it, and making the catch is Hugh Duffy. So that time, Maddox comes with a sinker. All right, quickly, 2 Cardinals up, 2 Cardinals down for Stan Musial, hitting .357. He's got a solo home run in this young season. And here's the pitch for Maddox. Musial cuts in the first pitch. This one up the middle, base hit. So Musial aboard with 2 down. Tony M. He says, nice night for a ball game. Gary Highfield. Hey, or Corey. I'm sorry. Corey. I don't know why I was seeing Gary. Welcome in, Corey. Tony, how you guys doing? Welcome. All right, here's Rogers Hornsby. So the Cardinals down 3-0 right now, 2 down. Dizzy Dean needs to get himself collected when he gets back out on the bump. 2 wild pitches in the inning. 1-2 pitch on the way. And the Raja swings. This one drilled to left. This is going to be extra bases. Hornsby going for 2. And rounding third and holding is Stan Musial. And Yadier Molina comes to the plate. Molina with 2 RBI in the season. He's 3 for 15 overall. And Sean joins us. So, yeah, it's Corey, man. I'm like, I don't know. I just glanced over. I was like, Gary? I'm Gary. So, anyhow, welcome in, Corey. Welcome to tonight's festivities. Call me what you want as long as you don't call me late for dinner, says Sean. All right, buddy. You're always welcome in, man. All right. So 2 on for the Cardinals, 2 down here in the bottom of the first inning. Stan Musial at third, and the Raja trailing him at second. And here is Molina. From the stretch, Maddox works. Molina swings in the first pitch. High fly ball. This one going out to, no, this one out to short. Just popped to short. Herman Long has it. So the Cardinals strand 2, and we head to the top of the second inning. And the Braves lead the Cardinals 3-0 here in the Myths League. And it will be Greg Maddox, and back at the top of the order, Hugh Duffy and Hank Aaron. So 8 men came to the plate for the Braves in the top of the first inning. Maddox in the box now. Dizzy Dean with 1 strikeout and 2 wild pitches and down 3 runs. Can it get any worse? Count 4 on Maddox. And swing and a miss. So Dizzy Dean reaching back and throwing some good old gas there. Back at the top of the order now, Hugh Duffy. 1 for 1 in the game. Diz peers in, and the 1-1 pitch to Duffy. And Duffy swings, hard hit all the way down the line in the corner. It's going to rattle around there for a while in left field, and Hugh Duffy is going to have himself a 1-out double. So the Braves have definitely brought the ash and the hickory today. That's their 6th hit of the game. And there he is, Legend Sports Universe. Legend Sports Universe, and can't stop talking about Season 4 of the Franchise Stars Baseball League. So Corey, Tony, I don't know if you guys are subscribed to that channel, but you really should. You really should be subscribing and watching what Legends does. He does all sports. He does he's a baseball guy, though, but he does baseball, football, hockey, basketball, boxing. But what he's doing with MLB The Show is absolutely incredible, guys. And I have waxed poetic, if you will, many, many, many times. So don't know if you guys are subscribers, but take a moment here and please subscribe to Legend Sports Universe and catch one of the most awesome concepts for an all-time greats league in the Franchise Stars Baseball League. Good to see you, my friend. All right, here's Hank Aaron now. Hammer and Hank, nothing for 1. Oh, you'll love it, Corey. You will absolutely love it. All right, 1-1 pitch. And this one, just a little weak pop up, first base side. And calling for it is the Raja, and he will make the catch. So Hugh Duffy will stay camped at second. And here's Tommy Holmes. He is nothing for 1. Here's the delivery. And here we go. Dizzy Dean once again. Another wild pitch by Dizzy Dean. And Hugh Duffy makes it to third. Last time Duffy was on, Dizzy Dean wild pitched, and Duffy eventually would come around to score. Tommy Holmes back in the box now with 2 down. Diz from the stretch, count full on Holmes. And this one, weak little pop-up in the infield, and Dizzy Dean has himself a scoreless inning. So a little bit of a cheer going up here around Busch Stadium. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left on. We go to the bottom of the 2nd inning, and the Braves lead the Cardinals 3-0. And I'm using the team nicknames because this Atlanta team is made up of players from the Boston Braves, Milwaukee Braves, and Atlanta Braves. Where's my cousin? I have no idea where he is, man. He's playing hooky. I think he's waiting for me to do like an 1879 game or something like that. Tony said he's seen a few of Legends broadcasts, and he says, good stuff for sure. I have to check out the hockey as well. Yeah. So I don't know. Hey, there we go. Stadium cheers. Stealing a little bit here from RJO Network is our own Clee baseball fan, 879. Welcome in, Tim. Always good to see you, my friend, and hope you're doing well, man. I don't know. So if Legends feel like chatting a bit up there in the or typing in the chat, maybe let you guys know where. I mean, you're going to see some hockey up there. You're going to see all kinds of stuff. Just dig in, have fun. Being a baseball only fan, while I do admire what he does with the other sports, I'm just absolutely just chuffed at what he's doing with baseball. It's the most unique concept, and doing it in MLB The Show is just super, super cool. He always brings in really cool unis for the players, get to play and get to see classic ballparks, and he just takes MLB The Show to a completely new level. And guys, he's rated every player in there, so it's not like he just downloaded somebody's roster and just created this league. It's nothing like that at all. This was truly a labor of love, and I cannot recommend. And he's one of the good guys in the community. He really is. So, and I think it's important. I think it's good that we promote each other. But I do it when I see a good product. I'm going to talk about it, and you guys will love it. All right, Ducky Medwick, Ozzie Smith, and Ken Boyer bat here for the St. Louis Cardinals, down 3-0 just in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Maddox with a 1-1 delivery now to Ducky Medwick. And Medwick swings, and this one is going to get down into the wall for extra bases. So Medwick will have himself a 2-bagger to lead off the Cardinal second. So third hit for St. Louis in this game, and it brings up the Wizard of Oz. So pretty good contact hitter, not known for his power, obviously. 1-1 pitch on the way to Ozzie. And Ozzie swings. This one popped in the infield. Out towards second. And making the grab there is Herman Long. So one away infield fly rule. Ducky Medwick's not going to go anywhere. And here's Ken Boyer. St. Louis fans waiting for Boyer to tag one. Still hasn't done it yet. And Boyer with decent power. But right now, no homers, and obviously no RBI as an extension. He's hitting only .214. Count full on Boyer. Swings, and this one's just going to be a room service bounce, bobbled at second base by Herman Lowe, or by Bobby Lowe. I'm sorry, by Bobby Lowe. Herman Long is next to him over there. So the Cardinals in business here, perhaps, with runners at the corners and only one out, but here's Dizzy Dean. So corners playing in, looking for the possible bunt from Dean. I would say it'd be smarter to try to play for the double play. Medwick, average speed there, and the same with Ken Boyer. So here we go. From the stretch, in the pitch to Diz. Dizzy swings away, but it's not going to get out of the infield. Oh, no, it does get to center field, so Duffy has it. I sometimes get fooled by those. So Duffy coming in that ball. No way Medwick's going to score. Back at the top of the order now for Albert. Pujols is 0-for-1. 2 down runners at the corners. Maddox out of the stretch. And the pitch. Pujols swings. And this should be the end of the inning, as indeed it is, as Hugh Duffy will snag it out there in center field. The Cardinals waste 2 base runners, and we go to the top of the 3rd inning. The Braves leading the Cardinals 3-0. Legend says driving home. We'll pop back into the chat for a bit. All right. Drive safely, my friend. All right. Freddie Freeman, Chipper Jones, Joe Torre. Freeman is 1-for-1 with an RBI in this game. 1-1 pitch on the way to Diz. Let's see if he does not do a wild pitch this time. Freeman connects. Just a little bouncer to second, and we've got an error on Rogers Hornsby, and Freddie Freeman's going to make it to second as Pujols has to chase that ball all the way to the dugout. So the Cardinals seem to be throwing the ball everywhere except where it's supposed to be. So one error each for these teams, plus the 2 wild pitches from Dizzy Dean. All right, in the box now is Chipper Jones, who is 1 for 1. Freeman in scoring position, and the Braves looking to really, really bust it out here. Count full on Chipper. And Jones cuts on this ball, driven deep to left field, but Ducky Medwick back on the track makes the catch. All right, so 1 away now for Joe Torre. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI. Dizzy ahead of him, 1-2, and Torre pops this one, little lazy fly ball into left, and that will be out number 2. Medwick coming in on that ball. So Dizzy looking for another scoreless inning here, one without wild pitches either. This will be the first inning without a wild pitch if he gets Herman Long, who is also 1 for 1, and an RBI. So Long in there now, lefty batter, count even, 2-2. And he swings, no wild pitch, but that's going to be a line drive base hit into center field. And coming around to score is Freddie Freeman. So 4-0 Braves now. And Speed Demon Herman Long at first for Bobby Lowe, who's 0 for 1. So got a couple 19th century representatives on this team. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And Bobby Lowe swings, and this will get down for a base hit. And going all the way to third. And is safe is Herman Long. So it continues. Doesn't seem to be any movement in the St. Louis bullpen. So it looks like they're going to stick with old Diz. And here's Greg Maddux, 0 for 1. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Maddux swing and a miss. Strike 3. So there was an error in this game, and the Braves pick up another run. It's now 4-0 as we head to the home half of the 3rd inning, and we will see the 2-3-4 hitters, Jim Edmonds, Stan Musial, and Rogers Hornsby. So what I'm thinking of doing, if this game doesn't go too terribly long, is fire up PureSim Baseball. Since I was showing the other night how to create a league in sandbox mode, I thought it would be really nice if we maybe just did a little community-driven. You guys can throw out names of players or teams, whatever. We fill up a draft pool, and we create a community draft league. I think it would be a lot of fun in PureSim Baseball. So we'll see. But if this ends up to be a lot of runs, that means slower games. So then we'll wait and do it maybe another night. Friday or Saturday night is going to be our deep dive into Out of the Park 26 because it will be out Friday. Yay. All right. Jim Edmonds is 0 for 1. Maddux, right now pitching a 3-hitter and has not struck out a batter yet. 1-1 pitch now to the St. Louis center fielder. Edmonds swings, and this one is going to be a little seeing eye single into right field. So Edmonds aboard. 4th hit for St. Louis brings up Stan Musial now. He's 1 for 1. Edmonds, decent speed at first. Maddux checks the runner, looks home, has the sign from Joe Torre. And here's the pitch. And there goes the runner. And the throw down, they're not going to get Jim Edmonds. So Edmonds now in scoring position. Musial back in the box. So Torre with a strong arm, but good jump there by Edmonds. 1-1 pitch. Swung on. And they look the runner back and score that one, a 4-3 putout. So Bobby Lowe, good play there. Here's Hornsby now. Rogers Hornsby has yet to hit a home run. By the way, a little trivia. So Rogers is a strange first name. So his name, basically the last name of his father and his mother, Rogers Hornsby. So his mother's maiden name was Rogers. So for anybody that didn't know that, now you know. All right, here we go. 2-2 pitch on the way. Hornsby looks at a called strike 3. Beautiful, beautiful, stinky sinker there by Mr. Maddux, picking up his first strikeout. So 2 down now for Yadier Molina. Molina 0 for 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. popped out his last time up, and he's going to ground hard to third. And Chipper Jones pulls that one up out of the dirt, fires across the diamond, and once again, the Redbirds are turned away as we head to the top of the fourth inning. The Braves 4 and the Cardinals nothing. Dizzy Dean still on the mound. So Diz, down 4 runs, has struck out 3 batters. So it'll be the top of the order: Hugh Duffy, Hank Aaron, and Tommy Holmes. All right, Molina sets up his target for Diz. And the 1-2 pitch to Dizzy Dean. Hugh Duffy doubled his last time up. And swing and a miss, strikeouts. That's number 4 for Dizzy Dean, and that time pulling the chain, little changeup action. Here's Hammer and Hank Aaron, 3 RBI in the season. He's 0 for 2 today. 2-0 pitch to Aaron, and swung on, and tapped over there to third. Plenty of time. Ken Boyer fires across for the 5-3 putout. So 2 up, 2 down. And Diz looking for his first 1-2-3 inning here against these Braves. Here's Tommy Holmes. Count 2 balls and 1 strike to Tommy. Holmes swings, and this is going to be a little gap job into the left field alley, and Tommy Holmes is going to have himself a double. And a stand-up double at that, fans. All right, Tommy Holmes in scoring position, and again, the Braves been making noise with 2 outs in this game. Freddie Freeman with an RBI in this game, 1 for 2. Count full on Freeman. And he swings, and nice little bouncer over there to Rogers Hornsby, who fires to Pujols for the 4-3 putout. So Diz does not face the minimum, but holds him scoreless. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Braves 4 and the Cardinals nothing. So Samuel says the baseball movie Ephus comes out Friday. Very favorable reviews. He says it'll be streaming on cable April 14th. Looking forward to that one. You can always count on Samuel Smith for giving us good recommendations for movies, books, and even the latest news on games. And one thing, I dropped out of the stream because apparently there's some audio issues, but Samuel announced, and we'll got to stress this is May. So maybe, as in May, that there may be a digital version of season ticket baseball that apparently Clay Dressloff is working on. So let's hope so. It'd be nice to see again. I think Baseball Mogul had a good run, but as I also said, to apparently muted or whatever, time for the old gal to retire. And I would love to see season ticket baseball as a digital project. So Clay, hope you do it. All right. So Joe Medwick here will lead things off. So it's be Medwick, Smith, and Boyer due up. Greg Maddux enjoying a 4-run lead right now and pitching a 4-hitter. 0-1 pitch on the way to Ducky Medwick. Doubled his last time up. Medwick swings, and this one just a little soft tapper there to second base. Bobby Lowe has it and practically underhands to Freddie Freeman for the 4-3 putout. Here's Ozzie Smith now, who is nothing for 1. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes on the Wizard. Popped out to short his last time up. And this time, he golfs this one into left field, down into the corner. Extra bases. Wizard of Oz has himself an easy 1-out double. Cardinals have obviously not been able to capitalize at all. 5th hit for the Cardinals now. And here comes Ken Boyer. Nothing for 1. And the 0-1 pitch on the way. And there goes Ozzie. And the snap throw there down by the hard throw by Torrey's not going to get Ozzie Smith. So 2nd stolen base of the season for the Wizard. And Cardinals looking to at least put something other than a 0 up here and a good chance to do it. Ken Boyer just needs to poke that ball somewhere. 2-2 pitch on the way now. And that's not going to do it. Strikeout, nothing you can do. Chased a bad pitch there from Greg Maddux, who picks up his 2nd K. And Dizzy Dean's day is done. Enos Slaughter will come in now to pinch hit. So you're going to see Slaughter used mainly as a pinch hitter throughout this league. I may switch things up a little bit to give Musial a break here and there. But Slaughter, 1 for 2 as a pinch hitter on the season with an RBI. Smith on 3rd, 4-0 Braves lead, and the count full. Slaughter swings and misses, and once again, the Cardinals squander and waste another runner. Go to the top of the 5th inning. The score is 4-0. Giovanni Gallegos now comes on to pitch for the Cardinals, making his first appearance in the league. Pretty good velocity. And he will be facing Chipper Jones, Joe Torre, and Herman Long, the 5, 6, 7 hitters due up. All right, Giovanni has finished his warm-up pitches, and we are ready to get going here. Here's the delivery to Chipper Jones. And Jones, just a little flare into center field, base hit. And the Braves are now in double digits with 10 hits. All right, Joe Torre now strides to the plate. Has an RBI today, 1 for 2. Count full. And Torre sinking line to the left, and Medwick hurrying quickly and able to make the catch. So Giovanni Gallegos a little doff of the cap out there to his left fielder as Herman Long settles into the box. Long, perfect 2 for 2 today, and tack on the fact that he is responsible for half of these Braves runs. Count full, and pitch swung on, and just a little soft single out there into center field. So 2 on for the Braves, and here comes Bobby Lowe. He has a hit in 2 tries. So the Braves bringing it today, 11 hits thus far. 0-2 pitch on the way now. Bobby Lowe, swing and a miss. So Gallegos picks up the strikeout. So 2 down now for Greg Maddux. Maddux, nothing for 2. 0-1 pitch. Maddux swings, and does he help his own cause? He does. Base hit into center field, and coming around to score is Chipper Jones. So here we go. 5-0 in favor of the Braves. And here's Hugh Duffy batting with Herman Long at second. Greg Maddux trailing him at first. 1-0 pitch on the way. Hugh Duffy swings. This should end the inning. Room service bounce to short, and they're going to go to second. Nice play by Ozzie Smith. But another run for the Braves on 3 hits, no errors, and they strand 2. We head to the bottom of the 6th now. 5-0 is your score in favor of the Braves. Back at the top of the order now for the St. Louis 9, Albert Pujols, Jim Edmonds, and Stan Musial. Pujols in the game, nothing for 2. Count full. Maddux deals. Pujols swings, and this is going to be a gapper in the left field alley. So Pujols is going to have himself a leadoff 2-bagger. Sixth hit for St. Louis in this game, and here's Jim Edmonds, 1 for 2 with a stolen base in this game. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Edmonds, big swing and a miss, curveball that time. So Maddux dropping the hammer, and that's his 4th K of the game. And here's Stan Musial now. Stan the man, 1 for 2. Full count. Musial swings, grounded to short, but good play over there by Herman Long, ranging a bit to his right and firing hard to retire Stan Musial. Here's the Raja. So St. Louis hoping for some big things from Hornsby. Off to a good start, but no round trippers yet for the great second baseman. 3 balls, no strikes. And Hornsby, soft liner to first. Freddie Freeman has it. So the Cardinals strand 1 in scoring position. We go to the top of the 6th inning. 5-0 Braves over the Cardinals. And we will see the 2, 3, 4 hitters, Hank Aaron, Tommy Holmes, and Freddie Freeman. So interesting, we're always sort of ragging on Harold Baines in this community, and I think many of us are the same consensus that Harold is Hall of Very Good. So there's belong to a bunch of Facebook groups and stuff, baseball related baseball groups, and one of the questions was, okay, if you had a chance to, you could add a Hall of Famer person to the Hall of Fame, but you had to remove somebody. And so I put in mine, and mine was Shoeless Joe Jackson in, Harold Baines out. Now again, Harold Baines was a very, very good player who I think hung on a bit too long and things like that. So he was no scrub by any stretch of the imagination. But what really it seems to be the consensus across the baseball world, this was a very, very, very long thread, and Harold Baines' name as being removed from the Hall of Fame popped up a lot. Another one that came up, which I kind of agree with, is Phil Rizzuto. But Harold Baines, yeah, I get, very, very unpopular pick for the Hall of Fame. And Mr. Baines, not that you're listening to this channel and, hey, you made it to the majors and you stuck out a long career and obviously a superior athlete to be able to do that. But, when guys like Lefty O'Doul, Sherry McGee aren't in there yet, Pete Browning not in the Hall of Fame yet. Come on, even Barry Bonds, Pete Rose, Shoeless Joe. So, yeah. Anyhow, just thought I would let you guys know, if you're a member of that particular Facebook group, put in your vote, add a Hall of Famer and remove one. All right, Hank Aaron, Tommy Holmes, and Freddie Freeman. 0-1 pitch on the way. And Aaron swings, popped in the infield toward first, and coming in to make the play is Albert Pujols, 1 down. The hard to strike out Tommy Holmes, 1 for 3 in this game. And here's the pitch. Doubled his last time up, and Holmes tags this one out toward right center. Ranging to his left is Jim Edmonds, and calling off Stan Musial to make the catch. So quickly 2 down here in the top of the 6th. Giovanni Gallegos staying on in relief of Dizzy Dean. All right, and here's Freddie Freeman now, who is 1 for 3, has an RBI. The lefty waits, and Freeman, little dribbler towards short, and Ozzie Smith makes it look easy. So the Cardinals finally get a nice 1-2-3 inning again. So only 2. We go to the bottom of the 6th, and still a goose egg up there for the Redbirds, but a nice crooked 5 there for the Braves. Molina, Medwick, and Smith. It seems like that's the continuing theme here every time the Cardinals come up. Greg Maddux with 4 strikeouts through 5 innings of work, no walks. And here's the pitch. First pitch to Molina, and this one slow dribbler to shortstop, but Molina not a lot of speed. Herman Long had all day. Could have thrown it from a chair. Could have thrown it lying down even. Here's Joe Medwick now. Duckies 1 for 2. 3-2 pitch to the California native. Medwick tried to hold up, but strike 3. Nice fastball there from Maddux. So that's K number 5, 2 down for the Wizard of Oz, who's 1 for 2. Doubled his last time up. And this time, ground ball past second into center field, and Ozzie makes a big turn at first, but he's going to hold. But as has been the story for the St. Louis Cardinals, not getting it done with 2 outs, whereas the Braves have been getting it done throughout the entire game with 2 outs. All right, here's Ken Boyer now. He is 0 for 2 in his batting average. He's now below the Mendoza line. 0-2 pitch on the way. Boyer swings, and this one tapper back to the mound. Maddux sets and tosses across to first. Score that one 1-3. And the Cardinals strand another. We go to the top of the 7th inning. It's still 5-0 in favor of the Braves. And the number 5, 6, 7 hitters do up. Chipper Jones, Joe Torre, and Herman Long. Thank you guys for hanging out. And there's John DFW. He came back after our aborted, apparently audio problems that I was having. So thanks for coming back, my friend. All right. Here we go. 38 minutes in. We're doing all right. Okay, Gallegos still on a relief here. Chipper Jones having a good day at the plate. He is 2 for 3. And the 1-2 pitch. Jones singled in this game. And this time, little 3 unassisted job there to Albert Pujols. So 1 away now. And that will bring up Joe Torre, who is batted in 1 in this game. Here's the pitch, 0-1. And Torre sends this one into the night, but not deep at all. Into left field and into the waiting glove of Ducky Medwick. It's 2 up, 2 down now for Herman Long. This is much better than watching an OJ documentary. I don't know how to take that, John, so I'll take it. Even if it's a left-handed compliment, I'll take it. Thank you, buddy. Oh, my God. That's good. All right, here we go. I think they need to come out with a watching paint dry simulator. Then that would eclipse me, I think. All right, here we go. Gallegos deals. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Herman Long is 3 for 3 on the day, and now he'll be 3 for 4 in the day. Little chopper back to Hornsby for out number 3. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on. And St. Louis, probably time for them to wake up. And we have us a pinch hitter now. Keith Hernandez will come in. So Giovanni Gallegos, his relief stint is done for this game. Hernandez, who I would argue should be in the Hall of Fame, 1 for 1. All right, Hernandez in the box now. Greg Maddux, studying the hitter, now has the sign from Joe Torre. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Hernandez. And Hernandez swing. Will he keep that 1,000 batting average as a pinch hitter? Yes, he will. He dumps a single into center field. No, he turns on the Jets and goes for 2. How about it? Keith Hernandez coming on saying, all right, look, guys, this is how we play this game. Back at the top of the order now, and here's Albert Pujols, who's 1 for 3. Swing of the bat. They won a crooked number here in St. Louis, but the crowd understandably subdued. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pujols, who doubled his last time up, sends this one deep to right field, but kind of coming back in, and Hank Aaron makes the catch. So just wanting to see something here from the Cardinals. I am a little bit biased. And here's Jim Edmonds. 2-0 pitch on the way. I just want to see him put a number up there. Not going to happen here. Pop third base side. And coming in and making the play is Chipper Jones. So 2 down now for Stan Musial, who's 1 for 3. And yet we blew right through the 7th inning stretch. And this one sent out to center field deep and off the wall. And the Cardinals will get a number on the board. Stan Musial with a 2-out RBI double here in the bottom of the 7th as Keith Hernandez will come in to score. All right, here's Rogers Hornsby now. Hornsby's going to try to stay alive and maybe even make this game interesting. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Not this time. Dribbler to third. Hornsby tearing down the line, but Chipper Jones, strong throw across the diamond. The Cardinals pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and once again, a runner left on. We head to the top of the 8th inning. It is 5-1 in favor of the Braves. And Hall of Famer Jesse Haynes will come on now in relief for the Cardinals and get some innings. Okay, so we got Sean saying Tony Fernandez in, Wilbert Robinson out. Sean also saying that Boyer and Pujols never did him much good in the playoffs and Fields of Dreams, so they can suck it and stink it up here. Glad to see them having bad seasons. And Legends, welcome back, my friend. Hoping you're home safe. Says Cardinals struggling like they are in the Franchise Stars Baseball League this season in the cellar. And I've said many times, it's bizarre to just see the Cardinals, whether we're playing sim baseball or we're listening to real baseball. It's so weird to see the Cardinals in the cellar. And you guys know I'm a Pirates fan first, but I do like the Cardinals franchise. And I always find it weird when they're struggling. So here we go. And the Cardinals have some tough players, too. I mean, even there on the Franchise Stars Baseball League. My Pirates are doing okay. We're not where I want them to be, but we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Babe Adams had a complete game. Was it the other day? I think Legends it was. All right, here is Bobby Lowe, followed by Kid Nichols. So we have a new pitcher, so Maddox Day is done. A few of the good teams having a rough go so far. Indians are in the cellar, too. Wow. So lots of surprises, guys. Again, if you haven't subscribed to Legend Sports Universe, do yourself a favor. All right, here is Jesse Haynes. So Jesse Haynes has worked just an inning in this young season and has given up 2 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, and 2 strikeouts, and a rather shameful ERA of 18. All right, count full now on Bobby Lowe from Jesse Haynes. And Bobby Lowe sends this one very high and very deep to center field, and that's going to get down. Bobby Lowe's going for the triple. Throw hits the cutoff man, and it is a lead-off triple for Bobby Lowe. So here come the Braves again, and another pinch hitter now. We got Dale Murphy. So Dale Murphy just 1 for 7 on the season. There have been a lot of people in that thread I was talking about. Murphy was one of the names mentioned as one that should be put in the Hall of Fame. Jesse Haynes works from the stretch and the count full on Murph. And Murphy swings, fly ball center field. Edmonds tracks it back and looks it into his glove, and tagging up at third and basically walking home is Bobby Lowe with run number 6 for the Braves. All right, here's Hugh Duffy now. Duffy 2 for 4 in the day. Looking for any defensive substitutions. None to be seen. 2-1 pitch on the way to Duffy. Duffy swings, bouncer to first, and taking it is Albert Pujols, and he will feed it to Jesse Haynes and score that one. 3-1. So 2 down now for Hammer and Hank Aaron. Waiting for Aaron to do something homer-wise in the season. Does have 3 RBI. 0 for 4 today for Hank Aaron. Count full. The delivery from Jesse Haynes. And Hank Aaron blisters this one into left field. Line drive base hit. And that will be hit number 14 for the Braves. And here's Tommy Holmes. Holmes batting 1 for 4 in this game. 2-1 pitch on the way to Tommy. And Holmes is going to hit this one out into right field. And that's going to drop for a base hit. And going for 3 is Hank Aaron. So runners at the corners, and in this game with the Braves having 2 out, that doesn't mean that they're almost out of it either. Raising hell. Let me see. What do we got here? He says the Pirates finished April strong, starting to put it together. He says I miss out of the park baseball. Just so many hours projects in a day. How about it? And thank you for the last comment. They're legends about the number of people watching and stuff. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. All right, here's Freddie Freeman batting with runners at the corners. Top of the 8th, 6-1. So Freddie Freeman tried to make it look like more of a laugher than it really already is, because the Cardinals just it's going to be interesting how many they've left on base. A lot of missed opportunities for St. Louis in this one. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swung on, and this one will get down into the glove of Jim Edmonds. But the Braves pick up another run. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and it's the Braves 6 and the Cardinals 1. And the Cardinals bring up Yadier Molina, Ducky Medwick, and the Wizard of Oz. All right, so A.J. Minter will come on now to pitch for the Braves, making his first appearance in this season. All right, Yadier Molina sporting a 0 for 3. Count full. Minter's delivery, and Pujols takes low and inside for ball 4. So here we go. St. Louis now with a runner on. The key is to not strand him. Here's Ducky Medwick, not having the best day either. 1 for 3 for the Duck. 1-1 pitch, and Medwick sends this one high fly ball, center field, but no worries as Hugh Duffy easily tracks it down for out number 1. And hey, Christopher Slovic. Christopher Slovic with us, going to be back in the United States here in just a couple months, and hopefully he and Ken Castro and I are going to be going to a Pittsburgh Pirate game. It's going to be Pirates-Phillies game, weekend of June 6th, 7th, and 8th. All right. So glad to see you here, man. All right. And let's get back to this. And here's Ozzie Smith, 2 for 3, including a double for him. 2-2 pitch. And Ozzie this time swings and comes up empty. So a little bit of heat there from A.J. Minter, pardon me, to record his first strikeout of the game. Brings in Ken Boyer now. Big 0 for 3 for him. 2 down, and the Cardinals in danger of stranding another runner. 1-1 pitch. And, little roller towards short, having to run in and get that ball. And doing it up right there is Herman Long. So the Cardinals strand another. We go to the 9th. Braves lead this one 6-1. When we get to the Cardinals' 9th, it would be a pinch hitter for Jesse Haynes, and then Albert Pujols and Jim Edmonds. All right, the 5, 6, 7 hitters due up: Chipper Jones, Joe Torre, and Herman Long. Count full on Chipper. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, 95 miles an hour. Jesse Haynes reaching back, throwing a little gas, picking up his first K. And here's Joe Torre. So Jesse Haynes is one of those controversial Hall of Famers, by the way, too. Count full on Joe Torre. Torre swings, lofted to left, measuring it up, bringing it down. Ducky Medwick for out number 2. So 2 Braves up, 2 Braves down. Jesse Haynes looking for a quiet inning here. Herman Long, though, 3 for 4 today with 2 RBI. Potential player of the game, Herman Long. 1-2 pitch. And Herman Long drills this one to left field, but great play by Ducky Medwick, jumping on his Arabian Stallion and tracking it down. So 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning, and to say that the Cardinals have a lot of work to do is an understatement. Ted Simmons in as a pinch hitter now. So Simmons, 1 for 1 with an RBI as a pinch hitter, and then back at the top of the order. All right, Minter staying on just to get the innings. Certainly not a save situation by any stretch. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ted Simmons is no longer 1,000 as a pinch hitter. So second strikeout for A.J. Minter. That one on a changeup. Back at the top of the order now for Albert Pujols, who is 1 for 4. Flew out his last time up. First pitch swinging here. 2-hopper to short. And routine play. Clean pick there by Herman Long. 2 down. And Jim Edmonds, can he try to get something going here? A miracle of biblical proportions? I don't think so. Anyhow, 1-2 pitch on the way. Edmonds swings and, well, base hit to right. It's baseball, so anything can and will happen. Little cut fastball there that Jim Edmonds was able to stay on and poke to right. And here comes Stan the Man Musial. 2 for 4 with a run batted in. Count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And fly ball, deep center field. And back on it is Hugh Duffy. And that's your ball game. Probably one of the most unremarkable ones on here. The only thing that we can say, I guess, good for the St. Louis Cardinals is they did at least reach double digits in hits. Let's look at our game recap here. And again, not much to talk about. Braves beat the Cardinals 6-1 at Busch Stadium. Starting pitcher Greg Maddux. Big reason why. He led his opponent in a check all game. The victory makes Atlanta 3 wins, 2 losses. So both teams at 3-2. Braves took up the win with a combination of good hitting, good pitching. I mean, what can you say about a game like this? The Atlanta Braves, 6 runs, 15 hits, 1 error. St. Louis Cardinals, 1 run, 10 hits, and 1 error. I think the big story in this game, too, not only the Cardinals leaving men on base, but also 2 wild pitches by Dizzy Dean. Diz didn't last too long. So while the Braves left 10, they scored 6. But the Cardinals stranded 11 and just got 1 run out of all that. There was 1 triple in this game by Bobby Lowe. Your player of the game is Greg Maddux, who indeed gets the win. 6 2/3 innings worked, gave up an earned run, struck out 5. Kid Nichols worked a third of an inning, gave up a hit. And then A.J. Minter came on and worked 2 in relief, walked 1 and struck out 2. Dizzy Dean just looked bad. Bad today. Wild pitches and all kinds of things. Worked 4, 9 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 4 strikeouts for Dizzy. Giovanni Gallegos came on, worked 3 in relief, gave up a run, and it was earned, struck out 1. And then Jesse Haynes came on largely in a kind of try to staunch the bleeding mode, if you will, with 2 innings pitched. 3 hits, an earned run, and a strikeout. So Greg Maddux gets player of the game, as he should. There we go. That's that. So Sean talking about these grats on the lost Cardinals. So Jamie is in here. Wow, we're up in the Bob Uecker seats tonight. Absolutely. All right, let's quickly just autoplay a few of these games. So we've got Walter Johnson versus Josh Johnson. So as much as I love to see the big train pitch, we're going to go ahead and just quick play this one. And this one, Minnesota Twins take care of the Marlins 4-3. Walter Johnson gets the win. Floro gets the loss for the Miami Marlins. Worthington is your player of the game. Or Worthington picks up the save. I'm sorry, Worthington gets the save, and Walter Johnson, your player of the game. Rays and the Nats, Chris Archer, Steven Strasburg. This would be a pretty good matchup, but we'll see them again. And the Rays shut out the Washington Nationals 2-0. Carlos Pena with a home run. Archer with the win. Strasburg with the loss. Rodney with the save. Mets and Brewers. Jacob deGrom against Giovanni Gallardo. And let's do this one up. The Mets take this one from the Brewers. Sorry, Nathaniel. 4-1. No home runs in this game. Jesse Roscoe gets the win. Hader with the loss. Moving on. Rockies and Dodgers. Ubaldo Jimenez versus Dazzy Vance. Both teams with winning records. Colorado 3-2 and the Dodgers at 4-1. And here we go. And this one belongs to the Rockies, 5-4. And home runs all over the place here. So Larry Walker, Troy Tulowitzki, Doug LeMahieu, and then Piazza went yard for the Dodgers. Jimenez gets the win low with the loss. Laskanik with the save. All right. Pirates and Red Sox. Don Robinson and Frank Sullivan. Quick play it. And the Red Sox take this one from the Pirates, 7-1. Wasn't even close. Sullivan gets the win. Robinson with the loss. Carlton Fisk had a home run in that game at Fenway Park. Phillies Yankees. This is a good one that we might just save. Robin Roberts versus Red Ruffing. All right, Blue Jays Royals. What do we got going on here? Roy Halladay and Mark Gubiza. We'll play that one. And the Jays edge the Royals 4-3. Robbie Alomar with a home run for Toronto in that. Halladay with the win. Gubiza with the loss. Mike Timlin gets the save. All right, moving on to the Orioles and Rangers. McNally and Huff, another good matchup there. Go ahead and sim it. And this is going to be a shutout win for the Orioles over the Rangers, 2-0. Cal Ripken Jr. hitting his second home run of the season. Britton with a win. Darwin loses. Miller gets the save. And Dave McNally, your player of the game. God, learn to speak. Justin Verlander versus Roy Oswalt would be a good one. Tigers, Astros, but we'll see them again too. Houston Astros defeat the Tigers 3-2. Charlie Gehringer with a home run for Detroit in a losing cause. And Jose Cruz for Houston also goes yard. So his second home run of the game. Indians and A's, we are definitely not auto-playing this game. Feller versus Blue, we're going to save that one. Finally, Nolan Ryan versus Eric Hansen. So we're just going to quick play this one. And the Angels defeat the Mariners 7-5. So Bobby Grich homers for the Angels, Nelson Cruz and Seager homer for the Mariners in that game. So we're going to save Bob Feller and Vita Blue because I think that's going to be a fun matchup. Oh, we forgot the Diamondbacks and Padres way up here and the Cubs and Reds. So let's take care of these now. Randy Johnson versus Jake Peavy. We don't do many San Diego games on here, but we'll get back around to them too. Padres take this one 1-0. Wow, this would have been fun to do. Yates with the win, Bradley with the loss. So let's look at the box score here of this one. I love those close games. So San Diego was 1-6-0. Arizona 0-3-1. Arizona drops to 1-5. But in this kind of league, you sort of expect a younger franchise like Arizona to be performing where they are. Padres draw even at 500. So Jake Peavy had a large part in his team subduing the Diamondbacks 1-0. The opposition could never mount much of a rally against the right-hander. San Diego reliever Kirby Yates was the winner. His record is now 1-0. Losing pitcher was Archie Bradley. Padres got a clutch hit from pinch hitter Chase Headley. In the bottom of the 10th, he delivered a run-scoring single to win the game for the Padres. Damn it, that would have been a good one to do. All right, let's go back to our scores. And Cubs-Reds. And then we'll be done with Out of the Park for tonight. And this is an 8-4 affair. And the Cubbies moved to 3-2. And the Reds kind of stinking things up here at 1-4. Aaron Reed comes in. Hey, hey. And there's Hfield 7. How you doing, my friend, Hfield 07? So the Cubbies in this one, let me see. We had home run. Gabby Hartnett picks up his first round tripper for the Cubs. And Ed Roush, Cincinnati Hall of Fame center fielder, went yard for the Reds. So Rush gets the win. Epirixi with the loss. So there's where we are. And then the last game will be for another broadcast because Bob Feller and Vita Blue Gotta love that. You gotta love that. Let's look at the quick standings here. And we're gonna do a little bit of participation. Maybe it's a little bit of participation. So we have a few teams here undefeated. Again, we're just very, very early, just in games, game 6, game 7, whatever. Orioles off to a 5-0 start in the AL East. In the AL Central, Twins and Tigers each at 3-2. And in the American League West, the Athletics are 4-0. Moving over to the senior circuit, because I'm one of those wackos that still call it that. The Marlins at 4-2, a half game up on the Braves. In the National League Central, Nathaniel, there is a 3-way tie with the Brewers, Cardinals, and Cubbies at 3-2. Bucks a game back, and the Reds 2 back. In the National League West, Dodgers and the Rockies each tied for first at 4-2. So there we go. That does it. That does it for our little bit of out of the park baseball, at least in this particular league. So what I thought would be fun to do, because I was kind of walking through the process of creating fictional teams with real players the other night in PureSim Baseball, I thought maybe a fun way to do that is maybe we start, maybe tonight, why don't we create? Let's create a kind of community league. I think that would be a lot of fun. So let me exit out of here, and I'll shows you what I mean. For the few that want to hang out. What is it? 10:52. Yeah, I don't know. Not that we'll get this all done tonight, but what would be fun is create the draft pool. Because, again, this game is available for free on the Ned McGreevy Discord. If you're a member of the Discord, you'll be able to download this sucker. So let me fire it up, and let's have a little fun. Let's have a little fun. So, number of ways that you can create draft pools in PureSim Baseball is very, very robust. Comes with a ton of seasons. 1900 to 2015, I think it is. Just waiting for it to fire up here at some point. There we go. So we're going to get into sandbox mode, and we can decide how we're going to do it. So Aaron says he just started a 1987 replay with PureSim. Weird to see Jeff Bagwell in the American League. How about it? Yep. Can you accidentally click on? Can get my ass kicked. 2014. Thank you, Aaron. Yeah, and then I would never be allowed to. I wish I could. I really wish I could. But there it is. Well, yeah, I can accidentally here. I can do this. Here, I'll tell you what. I'll do this. There, I accidentally clicked on it. So there you go. That's what the banner screen is going to look like for Out of the Park 26. So there, I have indeed. Hey, David Lando's added it to his wish list, as has Jeff Hunter. Excellent. Good job, guys. So there, I accidentally clicked on it. So we're back to 25. All right. So lots of ways you can get into creating a draft pool. You can even just create leagues, assign players. You can bring in whatever you want to do. There's a lot of freedom in this game, just as you would find in Out of the Park baseball and a lot of other baseball sims. But I thought this is free. Why not? All right. So we're going to go to sandbox mode, and we've got to set a year for this so that we can. The other one, the Frankenstein League, I did the other night just to demonstrate how to do this. I picked 1930. So, man, we probably don't want to repeat that. So, got to pick a year here. I don't know if you guys want to make it more pitching and make it like a 1968 type year, or just pick a random year, something. Tell you what, let's make it some 70s baseball. Let's make some 70s baseball. 1971. Yeah. So we go to 1971, and we're going to rate everybody on 1 to 100 scale, and we're going to say bugger finances because I got to read about them and hear about them in the news 24/7. All right, let's go next. So I don't know how you guys would want to do this, but ways you can draft by player, by position, by team, by year. The idea is let's make a fun draft pool, and let's we'll just do that tonight. That doesn't take long. And then we'll run a draft another night, and let's see what we come up with. I think it'd be a lot of fun. So seasons from 1900 to 2014. How about if we do, because we did the other night, we just did 8 teams, but you get such, it's so incredibly strong. Let's do, oh God, I don't want to do 30 teams. We'll be here. Well, not creating a draft pool. That wouldn't take long. But let's split the difference here. How about if we do 2-8? How about if we do, what do we have here? What do we have here? Let's do 24 teams. We can do that. We can do that. All right. Yeah. All right. So we're just setting our association format. Okay. So here, let's just randomize. Boom. Good. So that's another thing, you guys, I forgot to show you could do. You just randomize everything so you don't actually have to pick here. So these are going to be all fictional team names, and we can just keep randomizing and whatever. But these aren't going to really matter so much because we're, I'll show you what I mean. All right, so we got to call this, I'm going to just call this the Community League. Right. And, yeah. Oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I hear you, man. Jeez. So I am the world's worst typist. Thank you very much. Sean is the world's worst gamer. I'm the world's worst typist. So, and between the two of us, we are dangerous. So we're going to have the Castro League and we're going to call the other one the Parks League. So for Ken Castro and Clinton Parks are two statesmen, and division names. Well, we got to have a Legends division. We got to have, oh, wait, I don't want Parks. So Parks is going to be up here. Parks. And this is going to be the Sean division. Okay. And then down here, we got to have the DFW division. Yeah, there we go. And the Reed division. The Reed division. There we go. All right, let's go next. So we can start to get to the fun part. We're just going to, it doesn't matter who you pick to manage. So let's go with the, it's like you guys wouldn't expect this. I'm going to go with the Wilmington Blue Wave. So you know my politics. All right. 35-man rosters. I think that will be fun. Injuries, we're going to leave them on. We're not going to allow computer AI trades, though. I don't think we're going to do that. So this is going to be like a McGreevy league where, you guys are going to have to manage it. I just think it would be just a fun little thing to have a little draft and have some fun with it. If you guys would be fine with that, we're going to import historical stats, 4-man rotation with a closer, no DH, and let me see. We'll just leave this a true life and 162 games, and let's append the source here. Now we get to the fun bit. So if you guys want to actually have a team when we get to the draft, that would be really, really fun. For tonight, we're just going to create a draft pool. So here's the idea. So we're going to go into add import real players and teams. And we get to, this is really, really the heart of PureSim baseball. So we can draft players just by name. We can draft by a player in his year. We could just draft an entire year. We can draft by just a team and its year, or else we can just draft like hitters or pitchers, so things like that. So we'll do some names to throw in some ringers. We'll start with some names, and then we'll move on to like maybe some teams through history. We do not want duplicate players. I'm going to turn that off. All right. So it's just a little bit of typing, guys. We're not even on the mic here. So just give me some names. And if you have a year for the player, if not, we'll just pick some year for them and go for it. Okay. Okay, what year for Ken Phelps? Let's do this. All right, and let's just click away. All right, and let's put Ken here in his first name too, so we can get better sense of Ken Phelps. 1987. All right. So 2 ways you can do this, guys. If we were actually creating something and we were doing where you could draft to your team, we could just assign Ken Phelps to, let's just say for shits and giggles, since it's fairly close to Canada, that Sean might be, doing Erie. I don't know if Toronto made this randomized round. No. So say he was managing Erie, or Duluth again. Then we could put Ken Phelps right there. But we're going to instead put everybody into a free agent pool and just see where they ended up. All right, so 1987, Ken Phelps, and we're going to import him. Okay, so he is now in the draft pool. All right, let's do another. Let's have some fun here, guys. Any player in between 1900 and 2014. Let's have fun. And again, it'll be kind of a blind thing where we're just going to let these players just go where they go. We'll do a few players, then we'll do some teams. And if we don't, we'll just call this a weird experiment, and I'll just start just importing like crazy. Dave Parker, says Corey Highfield, 1985. As a Bucko fan, I will take Mr. Parker anytime. So glad that he is in the Hall of Fame. All right, let's get that 1985 year. The Pirates sucked in 1985, but Mr. Parker, gotta love Dave Parker, the Cobra. All right, let's do this. It's a lot easier than trying to find the year. So that year, not bad for Dave Parker. 34 home runs and a .312 batting average. Okay, let's get him in here. Where'd you go? So this thing is a little bit freaky, but that's okay. There we go, and let's import him. Oh, wait. Did I pick the wrong year? No, I didn't. Okay, we're good. Yep, plays for the Reds. Should have won the MVP. Yeah, hell of a year for him. The Pirates stunk that year. But Dave Parker, I think, happy to be a Red. All right, so we got Ken Phelps. We got Dave Parker in our strange little league. Brought up Freaky. How about Rick James? Let's look for a player. So I brought up Freaky. Okay, let's. I'm fine with that. I am fine with that. Super Freaky. Yow, right? And there he is. He has 1 year. And, okay, you want him in there? Okay. We don't know who's going to pick him, but we'll do it. He is now in our strange little league here. Willie McGee, MVP that year. Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I brought him in. I said any player, man. So if he's in here, he'll get drafted. And so, just to keep things going, since Willie McGee is mentioned, I think Willie McGee should be in, and we'll put in his MVP year. Why not? Why not, Willie? 1985. And Willie McGee is now in the league. So you guys can see how easy this is. We'll do a couple more players, then we'll do some teams. So Sean's like, yeah, we got Rick James, so we should call it Get Your Freak On, baby. Too bad there's not like a Lennon, McCartney, Harrison, and so there are Harrisons in baseball, but anyhow. Waiting here. Aaron Reed, throw some names, buddy, if you're here. And then we'll move on to some teams. Because we'll get Dwayne would come in here and they'd be all Yankees and Braves. So okay, Aaron's been backtracking. Just throw me a baseball player name, Aaron. Throw me a baseball player, bud. I'm just trying to figure out like when we can do this. Maybe next Sunday. Hopefully next Sunday or next Monday. because I've got to be able to hear your software just for a few minutes to hear it work. So for those of you that don't know, Aaron is sightless and navigates these games very, very well. Neon Sanders. All right, and we need a year for Mr. Sanders here, if you don't mind. And if you're not picky, I'm not either. So let me think here. So he had a full season in 1997, 5 home runs, 273 runs batted. And you want 1992, Sanders? All right, you got him. He had 97 games that year, 8 round trippers, and a 304 average. A lot of speed. A lot of speed for him. All right, 1992, and he's in. And since we're talking about, we had a football guy, we might as well put in a couple other football guys too. So what about this scrub named Bo Jackson? We might as well put him in too. Put Bo Jackson in there because Bo knows PureSim apparently because he knows everything else. Let's get a big home run year here for Bo Jackson. So looks like we're going to do 1989 Bo Jackson. And he's in. I know, right? 13 people. Come on, guys. Don't be afraid. I don't care. It's your speaker. Ty Cobb, Hannes Wagner, Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Moonlight Graham. I don't know. I mean, we have Rick James in here, for God's sake. Vince Coleman, he was an NFL guy, so I guess we should put him in because he played some football, I am led to understand. Right. I wish this showed stolen bases, but he's going to steal all over the place anyhow. Let's do 1990 Vince Coleman. Why not? Decent batting average there, 292. What year was it he was throwing firecrackers into the stands? Say Coleman's in. There we go. All right, let's switch to teams. Yeah, I think he had something to do with football. I thought he played. I don't know if he actually made it to the NFL. I thought maybe he did, or did I read that wrong? A baseball writer was writing about Vince Coleman. All right, let's pick some teams. Just pick some teams. So this does it by year and team name. So I'll just go ahead and get one in here because it's the 100th anniversary. So we are going to, and again, guys, we're going to want to really mix this up because if not, it's going to be a league dominated by whatever teams now we start to pick. So the 1925 Pittsburgh Pirates, because this is the centenary for the 1925 Pittsburgh Pirate World Champions. All right. Yes, I do. So we'll let them do this while people think. Carry. Okay, we'll try that. Kevin Mays, 1990. Yeah, as soon as this is done doing the 1925 Pirates, we will definitely do that. Okay, there we go. So it's going to take a while to build this. So Leitenberg, is that it? Kerry Leitenberg. Do I know who that is? I have no idea who that is. And maybe we have his name spelled wrong because there's no Leitenberg that comes up here. Aaron. So Kevin Mays. Actually, in Dutch, you would say Maas. So I don't know why I'm saying Mays. You got a year for him, Sean? 1990. Okay. Boom. Okay, he is in there. So we'll come back to Kerry Leitenberg because I think it's the spelling. I could look in Baseball Reference to get his right name here. Hang on a second. Again, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Pretty cool. Kerry L-I. Oops. Kerry L-I. Oh, okay. There's no H in there. That's why. Okay, so it's Lichtenberg. I-G-T-E-N-B-E-R-G. And there he is. You got a year for him, Aaron? Yeah, got it now, Aaron. All right, Corey, thank you for coming in. You come in 2 more times, and you get yourself a wrench. Thanks, bud, for coming in, and I promise not to call you Gary again. 1998 for Lichtenberg. Okay. We can do that. We can do that. There it is, right at the top. So 271 ERA that year, 3 wins, 2 losses, and 30 saves. Now I know who it is. Okay. He's in there. Let's pick another year and another team, or else this is going to be dominated by the so many 1925 players. So I don't want to bring in an entire year. That takes a little while. So how about we do the 1997 Colorado Rockies? Okay. That sounds good to me. Get the Rockies into some action here. Who knows where these guys are going to end up, but that's part of the fun of just doing something so random like this. Right? And there we go. 1997 Colorado Rockies. And here they come. Sean says Larry Walker needs to be on the Canadian team in his division. We can rename the teams too. All right, so now we've got 2 full teams in here, the 25 Pirates and the 97 Rockies. And we will call it, you want it to be Ottawa Gatineau? We will do that for you, Sean. Okay. We could do a couple full years, and that would fill up things really, really quickly. Some very silent people don't know what to do since they're so stuck to the road. Generally do the same too. Yeah, this is it is. I mean, but again, I think for folks to come here, they kind of know this is the goofy shit I do in baseball. I'm going to add a couple players here. I'm going to go back and add a couple players. One of my favorites got to add is Max Carey. Got to add Max Carey, and we're going to do 1923 Max Carey. Because I don't remember. Let me see. Nope, can't because he's already in the 25 Pirates. That's okay. We will bring in a Cubby and Pirate grade. How about Kai Kyler? We can't bring him in 1920. Oh, yeah, we can because he's not with the Pirates in 25, I don't think. I think by then he's a Cub, is he? Nope. So we got to bring in Kyler a little later. Still want him in here. We're bringing in Kyler as a Cub. No, we can't because he's on the Pirates. He's a doppelganger. Bad Bill Dolan. Thank you, Cousin Ken. And he also says 1964 Phillies. So you get both. Let's bring in the 64 Phillies. How you doing, cuz? We're just creating a big old draft pool tonight just to mess around with this game a little bit and have some fun. Oops. So 1964 Phillies. I wish this had a search option. But that's okay. That's all right. So Sean Sullivan, if you ever come to this channel, you got to know people love your game, man. So do make the sequel. We're waiting. 64 Phillies. So lots of pop there, but pitching staff maybe not so good. All right. They're going into that. So now we have 3 full teams in our draft pool. And then we will bring in Bad Bill Dolan because we have to have him. And Sean's coming. So what we're doing, hey, Todd, welcome in. Just got done with an out of the park game and creating a sort of where the community is just naming players or teams and putting them into a big draft pool for PureSim baseball. And then just going to let the computer draft everybody and see where everybody ends up and muck about with it a little bit. And Cousin Ken, one of the leagues named after you. The other one is the Parks League. So this is set up 24 teams like 1970s baseball. All right, Bad Bill. Cousin, you got a year you want for Bad Bill? Because lots to choose from here. Yep, need a year for Bad Bill. Need a year for Bad Bill. And then, yeah, Benny Koff, sure. 55 Senators. Okay. So Todd, any team in baseball history from 1900 to 2014, or any player from that time span, whatever. We're just putting something at least totally, utterly random here. And yeah. Oh, you want me to pick, huh? Well, I'm just going to cheat and go to Baseball Reference because this doesn't give me enough information. All right, so let's go to Bill Dahlin, and let's get Bad Bill. So let me see. What are we going to pick here for Bad Bill? I think 1904. He had 80 RBI that year, cuz 268 average for those 80 RBIs, pretty sweet. Let's see the next year. Yeah, he had 81 RBI in 1905, but batting average took a dip from 268 to 242. So let's go with 1904, Bad Bill Dahlin. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. There we go. There he is, the bad man himself, and he was a badass. Okay, Dahlin is here. Okay. You actually woke up. You're in bed. Wow. Okay. No, I probably should be soon, but my body still thinks it's 10:17. Okay, Sean said the 1955 Senators, so we're going to get a stinky team in here. He said they were stinky, so his favorite bad team of all. Is that what you said? Is it your favorite? Yeah, your favorite bad team of all time. All right, let's get Washington in here then. And that year they were the Senators. Wow. Okay. There's a Harmon Killebrew, at least, is on this team. I guess that's something to write home about. All right, let's import them. Mickey Vernon on this team. Receivers, Pete Runnels, Eddie Yost. Some names I don't know. Camilo Pascual is in this team. Cool. And grinding. Trying to get Vince Gonzalez in there. There we go. We have one exception, so somebody's on a team somewhere else. Don't know who it is. Okay, they were the worst teams that come with Micro League Baseball. Oh, okay. They were the worst team of the teams that came with Micro League Baseball. We're going to do a doubleheader some night. Micro League Baseball and Full Count Baseball. We're going to wait for the Full Count patch to come out. All right. Let me see. Benny Koff. We got to get Benny Koff in here. Of course we do. Star of the Federal League. All right. And I'm not going to go to Baseball Reference for this one. We're just going to pick, let me see, 1914, obviously. Benny Koff. All right. Benny Koff is in. Nice. Ray Euler, 1968. So you're going to draft the Washington Olympics for me. Oh, that's right. I'm saying 1900. Holy shit, guys. I'm sorry. This goes back to 1871. I'm thinking of a different game. I'm sorry. This goes back to 1871. So we can draft from the 19th century. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. All right, let's get Ray Euler from 1968. Member of that Tigers team. So stacked that they could have somebody like Ray Euler on there for his excellent defense. Euler in the league. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, Todd. So if you give me a player name, I just need a year. If you're picking a team, I need a year. Yep. Yeah, just however you want to do it. If you guys actually want to import even just an entire year, we can do that. If you guys also just want hitters from a certain year or pitchers from a certain year, we can do that as well. So, but yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why I was thinking, but this goes back to 1871. So, Cousin Ken, you can load up here some Providence Grays if you want. You know what? You know, guy's got to be in here is Pete Browning, because there's a guy that should be in the Hall of Fame. So I'm gonna make a pick here for Pete Browning. Let me see. 1887 for Pete Browning. He's in. So okay, so we just expanded it. 1871 to 2014. I think I know what I was thinking of was Baseball Mogul. Albert Bell, 1995. There we go. All right. So, Aaron, when you type in a last name in this, or if your software allows you to say it, or I don't know how that works for you, then what you do is you just if you just type in the last name and then you click in the first name, it will actually just bring up. Usually, will bring up the player that you want. All right. So, 1995. There he is, and Albert Bell is in. He is in. Old Haas and Joe Start from 1884. You got it. All right. You got it, cuz. Joe Start, 1884, baby. There we go. All right. Let's import him. And Old Haas Radborn, absolutely. Oops, I always do that with his name. I always make him more posh than he is. 1884, there he is. 678 and 2/3 innings pitched with a 1.38 earned run average. And of course, the great Edward Acorn book, 59 and 84. There you go. So Old Haas Radborn makes the cut. Okay. Todd B. Well, I guess we're going to get a little theme here with Mr. Pohl. And yeah, okay. Why not? Dick Pohl. I think the most unfortunate name in sports had to be Dick Trickle. All right, let's at least, boy, there's not even a good, wow, there's not even a good year for this guy. All right, so what would be his least shitty year? None of them. So his best year looks to be 1977 ERA wise. So there he is. The great Dick Pohl is in there. Oh my God, Don Mossy. Boy, we're really. Oh wait, we got yeah. So this player, good old Rusty Kuntz. Any year, all right. Boy, we're really. You guys are throwing in some pretty crap players here. That's cool. Let's at least give him a good showing. He had a 286 average in 1984. So there he is, Rusty Kuntz. Because the other thing would be an unfortunate gynecological condition if I said his name another way. He's in, baby. He's in. All right, let's get Don Mossy in there first. Don Mossy. That's a handsome man there, Don Mossy, right? All right. How about Mossy? And I'm mainly doing these by ERA. So 1961. Let's bring him in since I didn't get it. Oh yeah, 61. Sean gave me the year. Good. Thank you, Sean. Man knows his baseball. Oh, now we're gonna have not Patsy Tebow. Right? We have the 3 Tebows, but we're gonna go with Pussy Tebow. Why am I not surprised? Well, you know what? He's never made it into any of our leagues, has he? How long did he even have in the majors? 1 year. Should be pretty easy. So 1895 in 2 games. You know the AI is not going to pick this dude at all, but he's in. All right, cool. We're like 10-year-old kids using these players. How about it? But he's there. So, okay, if we're going to I got to bring him in too. I got to bring him in. Have to do this. They're gonna are they gonna do? Hopefully they do it by his nickname. We'll see. No, oh my God, Moonlight Graham not in the database. I guess because you didn't get a bat. Maybe that's why he's not in here. Too bad. Yeah, well, that's his nickname. Yes, there were 3 Thibault brothers. Patsy is the most well known. But yep. So, and of course, that nickname was back then for, yeah. But anyhow, well, we're nowhere near for a draft pool, so let's bring in some teams. Let's bring in some teams. I'm just gonna scroll. I'm gonna look at the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There, stopped after 5 seconds. And no matter what, we're gonna bring in the 2009 Cincinnati Reds. Gonna bring them all in there. I did not look at the screen, so there we go. We're just gonna import these guys, the 2009 Cincinnati Reds. So we got Jerry Harrison, we got Joey Votto, Jay Bruce, Johnny Gomes, Chris Dickerson, yeah. Know some of these players. Edwin Encarnacion. The 1927 Yankees, why the hell not? We'll bring them in next. Why the hell not? And the 2004 Red Sox. Okay. Now, what I wish this game would do was just give me a number of the players in the draft pool right now, but it doesn't show me. So if we end up with too many players, that's okay too. It says 42 more players on. All right, 2004 Boston Red Sox. We can do that. Surprise cousin picking a Red Sox team here. Hasn't picked well, he did pick a Phillies team. But we can always have another Phillies team too. Because they're not going to be, these guys are going to be all wherever. 2004 Boston Red Sox. Johnny Damon before he was a Yankee, huh? There's Big Poppy. There's Damon, Kevin Millar, Mark Bellhorn, Veritek. Everybody knows these guys, so. And then the 27 Yankees are next. Aaron still can't believe that his nickname was Pussy. Yup. I just love that Bill Dahlin is in the league now. I think that's super cool. So, Aaron, we had Pussy Thibault, George Thibault, and we had Patsy, George, and Pussy. So I guess George didn't quite rate the nickname, but there you go. Just wanted to fill you in on that. I know I would definitely catch heat. Okay, so 3 exceptions. So 3 of these players, probably on that 2009 team or something we brought in. Okay, 1927 Yankees. Let me see if this is a little fast. No, it's not any faster than this. We don't have a single dead ball team in here. Isn't that crazy? That is crazy, but you guys are driving it. Oh, geez, don't want to do it this way. So here, like, we could bring in just all of 1927 if we wanted to, but I don't think we want to do that. All right, New York Yankees. The New York Yankees. There we are. Boy, and if you don't know the guys in this team, you better just hang up your baseball membership. I think even people that don't know baseball know at least 5 of the players in this team. I think the only way, I've got to look. Well, I don't know what year that was that Moonlight Graham came up, but he's apparently not in here. I mean, he's got to be. I know he's in Baseball Reference. I want him in the league, damn it. Because Moonlight Grit 1905, because he's also not in the baseball history collection either. So yeah, just one game and that was it. And he came in and played right field for that little part of an inning, and that was it. So yeah, every time I watch, I like to think that Moonlight Graham was like that, like as he was in Field of Dreams. Now, according to Baseball Reference, he died in 1965 in Chisholm, Minnesota. So I guess he did become a doctor. We have to look. I guess he did. Okay, so all the 1927 Yankees are in. The 1915 Phillies. There we go. There we go. I think it's faster to do this by year. So, Aaron, little tip. If you want to bring in teams for a kind of league like this, all right, instead of doing teams, because you have to scroll all that, just pick the year, and then the next thing down when it goes to all teams, then they're already going to be there. And by the way, yes, the Federal League is in here. Then you can just pick, in this case, the Phils. So we're going to bring in all the 1915 Phillies. We probably need one or two more teams, and I think we'll have enough. I hope. I just saw channel favorite Possum Witted whiz by. 1941 Pirates. So I'm finally looking at the team. Okay. Fair dinkum. G'day. Good day. Have you got your dinger on your? Have you got your dinger on your Todger? Tie me kangaroo down, sport. Tie me kangaroo down. All right. Anyhow. Okay, no exceptions. And the 1941 Pittsburgh Pirates. Why the hell not? So yeah, Aaron, go to year and then to teams. It's faster than just doing it teams. It's weird. Don't know why that is, but there we go. Because then it'll just bring in just those teams, buddy. Okay. Pittsburgh Pirates. Let's see who's on this team here. So Ripper Collins, former Cardinal on this team. Billy Cox, Spud Davis, Vince DiMaggio, yep, Bob Elliott. Some pretty good players on this Bucco team. They weren't bad in the late 30s, so this is the beginning of the Pirates' decline, but we'll take them. There's Lloyd Wayner, Archie Vaughn still hanging in there. Yeah. All right, Sean. Love it. Yeah. So 2 Buccos teams in here. All right, we're going to dip back into the Federal League. Okay, we will do Federal League. The 1914 Chicago Whales, the Chi-Feds. We don't have that many left now, Sean. You don't have to go silent. This is actually very helpful, man. We have 10 people. And if you're just tired of typing, I get it. But man, you're not over participating. It's good. And it does help. It helps the little channel because even chat interaction helps the algorithm. All right, 1914, the beginning of the Great War. And there I just was about to do what I told Aaron not to do. All right, let's go to 1914. And, we're setting this league in 1975, and we have no teams from the 1970s. There they are, Chicago Chi-Feds. So who do we got here? We got Fred Beck, Jack Farrell, Max Flack. I know a few of these names on here. Dutch is Willing. I know him. Art Wilson, know that name. Oh, this was the year that we started the Super Bowl thing was a Federal League game between the Pittsburgh Rebels and the Chicago Chi-Fed Whales. So that was our first game. Our second game was a replay of the infamous Bucky Dent game, and that was Super Bowl 2019 that we did that. So cool. I don't know if there's any Negro League players in this database. PureSim, I think, is largely just major leagues. So, and the Federal League was a major league. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll do a search here for, well, not Satch, because Satch does have a year in here, or some years here in the majors. But we'll try like Turkey Stearns or Josh Gibson, and let's see. Okay, no exceptions. Let's try Josh Gibson and see what we can find. But I don't think there are any Negro Leaguers in this database. Be really surprised if there were. I don't think that Sean Sullivan had access to be able to rate any of them. Nope, no Negro Leaguers, except the ones that made it to the majors, like Hank Aaron, Roy Campanella, what have you. We need a team from the 70s, because we're normalizing this to the 1970s. So, Dwayne's not here, so let's put in the 1971 Giants. Let's put in the 71 Giants. He hates the Giants, and I don't want to upset him. So, I hope we have enough. I hope we have enough. Let's get these San Francisco Giants in here. And a pretty damn fine team this was. They'll be happy. They'll be happy. Now, Todd, if we were doing this in out of the park baseball, we could definitely do Negro League players, or if we use Steve Tate's Major League equivalency file as well. If we were doing a pocket pennant run, very easy to bring in Negro League players. You can't import yet, and that's something I should ask Paul Fay to pass on to Craig Harris, is bringing in entire teams into a free agent draft pool and doing a draft. I think that would be awesome if they could do that. All right. I think we have enough to do a couple more players at least. Okay. So cool. All right. Everyone needs a Joe Smith, huh? So many games coming out in the next couple of weeks. Out of the Park comes out Friday. Digital Diamond comes out next month. And MLB The Show pretty soon releases too. Edition 25. I'm like Legends. I still play 22, but we'll have to see. I might see. I might do 25 just to see what it's going to look like, because it's supposed to be next gen only. But what I've seen, it doesn't look really a lot different than the others. But yeah, lots of baseball coming out. So Joe Smith. All right, let me see if he's in here. Joe Smith. I always felt bad for people named Joe Smith, because how the hell do you sign into a there he is for his 2014 year. How do you sign into a hotel? Because people are going to look at you weird, right? I'm really Joe Smith. I really am. Okay, he's in. Yeah, if you could import the newer players. Jesus Lou. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So Aaron pre-ordered MLB The Show 25. Yeah, and Todd, and there's going to be an update coming for Pocket Pennant Run, and then from what I understand, a pretty significant upgrade to the venerable Full Count Baseball. So good time to be a baseball fan, isn't it? All right. Jesus Alou. What baseball royalty here with the Alous? How about it? Okay. Of course, Todd or Sean doing a play on words. He said we need Jesus in the league, so of course. All right, 1972 for him. There we go. Boop. Oh no, why does it do that? There we go. Boop. There he goes. Nice black and white picture. So I will note how easy this is to do in PureSim. So its competitor, of course, was Out of the Park Baseball, and drafting was not easy. You couldn't add players like this in out of the park baseball. So in this respect, Sean Sullivan totally whooped butt on out of the park baseball. How easy this is to do. I would say probably, well, the only other game similar to this in terms of ease of drafting is APBA Baseball for Windows. This kind of gives you an idea of what the Fan Park Encyclopedia can do. This is kind of the same thing. Doesn't look a thing like Jesus. Yeah. So Todd, the idea is Jesus Joe Smith. You see a theme. I do. So Samuel Smith told us way back in the chat that he said there may be a digital version of Season Ticket Baseball that Clay Dreslov is allegedly working on it. So we're going to add those two disclaimers. I'm hoping it happens. I don't think he's going to be giving away, including all the seasons for free like he did in Baseball Mobile. I doubt that he would do that. But all the praise I see, I haven't met one person in our community that doesn't like that game. So I hope Clay does it. I really, really do. So we're just going to have to, so Samuel is like the great source for that stuff. I don't know how he finds it, but he comes up with these great things. And he's the one who told me about Full Count Baseball. I didn't think you could even find that game anymore. So give us the other side of things. Add George Stutz to the league. He was nicknamed Natus, spelled, oh, yeah, I see. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Satan, I don't mind. Yeah, maybe he can bury Mogul. It's lived a full life. It has. You're right. Absolutely, Todd. And you and I are thinking along the same lines I said earlier in the broadcast that, the old gal should be retired. It really should. And it had a great run. And it was a fun game. There's a lot of good about Baseball Mobile. There really is. But now it cannot compete with out of the park baseball. It just can't. It's not worth it. Not the price. It's $10 cheaper, and it can't do even half of what out of the park does. And I think this would be a good time for him to really start thinking about porting Season Ticket Baseball over, because I think a lot of people would buy it. I would in a second. All right, George Stutz. All right, yeah, you can say the name Satan. That's fine. All right, so here he is. He played in 1926, and there he is, George. George is going to have to be a stand-in for Moonlight Graham, I guess. Okay, he's in. All right. All right. I'm going to pick one more team. And no, I'm going to at least pick one more. I'm going to pick the 1952 Brooklyn Dodgers. Just to kind of spread the love around a little bit. There they are. You add something? What are you talking about, Sean? Yeah, if you're talking about the Saint, yeah. Even though I'm Eastern Orthodox, we don't like not say his name. I mean, he exists. So yeah. Oh, you're adding me a team. I'm sorry. Did you have a team up here? No. Yeah, only 9 plate appearances reminds you of Robbie, says Todd B. May he rest in peace. Absolutely. Boy, I miss Robbie. Robbie would have fun with this. The only man who had a chance to draft Satchel Paige in a league, and it didn't happen. We were so blown away by that. So many great stories about Robbie. Jeez. No, but we could add the 2011. We could add the 2011 Rangers because they at least made it to the World Series. So I think we're gonna have some doppelgangers. I don't know if anybody. Let's see. Let's see if we get with the 2011 Rangers. I mean, yeah, they're not the world championship team. We need to go out of the park or another game for that. But let's bring in the 2011 Rangers. And on my channel, we replayed the 2011 World Series. Robbie wanted that one, and they won. So see. There we go. See if we get any doppelgangers here. So I don't know who went where from 2009 to 2011 because we have the 2009 Rockies in here. So viva see. Yeah, he was a really good kid. How about it, Todd? Thing that's sad is he wanted to do that the entire 1908 season in Baseball for Windows, and that's all right. He's up there in heaven playing it now. God's given him a fire-breathing computer, and Robbie's playing Baseball for Windows on it, so it's all good. There's still times I can't believe that he is no longer with us. It's still a tough one to take. It really is. I won't lie. And it's grinding. So, yeah, Chris, he was such a good guy. Okay, we had one exception. So somebody, I guess, played for the Rockies or something. So one person did not make it from that 2011 team. I think we're good. We'll add Slim Love, and I think we're ready to go. And he got to meet Harwell. How about it? Exactly. He and Ernie up there are talking right now. I believe it. All right, so Slim Love, huh? That sounds like he shouldn't have been a baseball player, but possibly should have been in a certain type of film industry. Let's do 1917. Looks like a good ERA for him because he didn't have enough innings pitched in 1913. He had a lot more wins and appearances. He had a lot of innings, actually, though, in 1918. Let's put him in 1918. 307, 3.07. There he is. Slim Love, guys. If you can see that little, there he is. All he needs is the corn stash, and he'd be good to go. Slim Love, huh? So I wonder if Slim Love and Pussy Tebow will be on the same team. Think about that for a minute. Yeah, Chris. So what I'm doing? Oh, thanks, Chris. It is. This is a great community. It's a family here. Chris, throw me a team or a player or something from 1871 to 2014, man. Please. I put in our 1925 Pirates because this is the 100th anniversary of that World Championship team. And I don't remember the Pirates doing anything in 2009 for that World Championship team. Pittsburgh's not very good. I've got to say this about my favorite team. The Pirates are not very good at recognizing their history prior to 1960, and that drives me crazy. I mean, we had some of the greatest players of all time, Archie Vaughan, Hannes Wagner, the Wayner brothers. The list goes on, Ralph Kiner, what have you. But it's like nobody exists except for the statue of Hannes Wagner. But I never hear a Pittsburgh Pirate fan talk about Archie Vaughan. Never hear him talk about Archie Vaughan. Even Paul Wayner, for that matter. Or Babe Adams or whatever. It's like the Pirates, it's like, it doesn't exist before 1960. From what I remember, they didn't do anything for the 1909 World Championship team. Okay, 1989, Rick Russell. We can do that. Former Bucko. You remember, of course, former Cubby as well. I always suck at spelling his name. Ushel. Rick Russell, and we're doing what, 1989 for him? Yep. There we go. And boom. The other thing too, now the Park 26, since we're doing this, drafting has completely gotten really, really deep. And just a little thing, because again, this is no surprise. So Player Development Lab 2.0 they're talking about. And then we'll get some couple other players in here. Say when you assign a player for development, You'll get like a sort of midterm report on that player and how he's doing. And you can decide then whether to cut him out and make room for another player for player development or keep with him and stuff. So I think that's super cool. And when you couple that again with the fact that you can play Drive for the Pennant now in any historical season, for folks like me that like to do what ifs, that is just going to be, that's a gift. It's a gift from heaven. 79, Vernon Scott Thompson. Is it literally going to be a Vernon and Scott? Because he's not coming up. Is this guy like not in the database, man? Not in the database. No, that's weird. That's weird. Let me see what the reason is, because it could be my spelling. Vernon. Not just Vernon. Let's try Vernon Thompson. All right. I don't know. Are you having a mick on me here, Chris? Because I don't see him. There's Scott Thompson. That's what it is. His given name is Vernon Scott. Okay, I get it now. Vernon Scott with SCOT. So he's going to be in here as Scott Thompson. That's why. Okay. Whew. Thought you were taking the piss here for a minute, my friend. All right. So he is in here and spelled his name as Scott with one T, apparently, according to Baseball Reference. There he is. And you said 1979. Okay. 79. There he is. Boop. Come on. There we go. Now there's the corn stash, buddy. He's going to be on there with Dick Pole, Slim Love, and Pussy Tebow. And if this isn't cracking Cousin Ken up, if he's still awake, I don't know what is. Okay. If you put in Nolan Ryan, it might not. If you, Lynn Nolan Ryan, right, it won't. Okay. Did you name a couple teams? Because I think that will. Irvin Nutter, a.k.a. Dizzy Nutter. All right. Sean, I don't know where the hell you're getting these names, but Nutter, I'm definitely seeing. There he is. Oh, Diz Nutter, man. He had 18 games in 1919. So there he is. He is a real nutter, isn't he? And that can be taken in a number of ways. Okay. And Big McBride had the best look, best corn look, he said. All right. I think that's pretty much, I think we're good here. I think we have us enough players here for a draft, I think, for 24 teams. We should. I think. So wait, we did 5 teams. We still don't have enough. So how about we just do some years? Oh, wait. He says wait. Chris says wait. Dick Burns. Oh my God, you guys. Dick Burns. All right. Yeah, that's why I'm saying corn. That's why I'm saying corn. Oh, I mean, you mean in the chat? Yeah, well, if they do, the league will still exist, and I would just say it was agricultural products. I don't know, man. YouTube sometimes they're a little bit too Puritan for my tastes. They really are. It's like, come on, give me a break. Give me a flipping break here for a minute. So. Where are you there? Where the hell is this guy? I don't know, man. There he is. All right, we're going back to the 1880s for this guy. And it looks like it's going to be 1884 for him. And I don't have I'm going to have to get a photo for him, I guess. Okay. All right. So now we're going to throw in entire years here just to fill this thing out, because this is going to take all night doing it this way. corn movies or something. How about it? Farmer Edna. She's one of the best. All right. So again, keeping my eyes closed, and I'm going to stop at 1950. We're going to bring in the entire 1950 season, except for the doppelgangers. So this will take a little while, and I can talk to you guys for a minute. So the entire 1950 baseball season, we're going to import. Todd B says if the AI puts all those joke names on some team, that would be epic. On the same team, that would be funny. Sean Sullivan having a little laugh at us. Again, for those of you who don't know, Sean Sullivan, the principal developer of PureSim Baseball. You know, I'd love to have a chance to talk with him because I've only ever heard Wolverine sports side of the story, but it just strikes me that Sean put so much love into this game that, you know, I don't know if that was just that whole situation with Wolverine is what, there we go. So 678 players are in there. Now we got enough for a draft, but we're going to pick one more year. Somebody want to just throw a year up here? Give me a year. Give me a year. Give me a year. And then we have enough players for our draft pool. But I don't know if that was it, but it was just one day in the PureSim forums. Guys, the game is now freely available for everybody, you know, and I'll be working on a second one. And that's the last anybody heard of Sean Sullivan. So I've heard rumors there was a Sean Sullivan that posted a couple times, hey, thanks for the shout out and working on the game, but don't know. I mean, it's YouTube. How do I actually know if that was Sean Sullivan? No idea. I've heard stories that he was killed in a car accident, and I've heard all kinds of shit. So I don't know, but he's been pretty quiet. Let's pick an 1800s year. All right, let's pick an 1800s year. And let's go before 1894 too. Or yeah, 1893, I'm sorry. So what about, so the 18s, how about 1878? I don't know why that's speaking to me, but let's do 1878. And there's definitely some known players in here. Okay. It's not going to be a lot of players, but here we go. Rating the defense. So that added 90 players to the league. And I think we have enough now. We're going to have a lot of players from the 1950s, but that's cool. All right, so we are done with this. All right, and we can continue to the next step. Okay, the draft is optional. Would I like to run the draft? Yeah, let's just go ahead and run it. Association does not appear to have enough players in the pool. Damn it. No, I don't want to continue. Okay. So we still have to add, we're going to add a few more years. I forgot we're using 24 teams. So let's go to, we don't have anything represented by 1930. So 1934. There you go. Aaron's done a draft. And then Sean says 1982. Okay, cool. 1878, 3 years before Billy the Kid met his demise. How about that? Think about that. They're playing baseball and Billy the Kid's out there terrorizing. Pretty crazy to think about, right? And this like Wyatt Earp is around at that time. Pretty neat stuff to think about, huh? All right, we'll bring in 1982. That's a good baseball year. And I mean, you think about it too, right? So 1878, I mean, you had guys, right, that were just in their, yeah, maybe 30s and 40s that were in the Civil War. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so 1934 giving us some. How many players do we get from 1934? Do we get everybody? Yep. Says 676 more than 1982. Mixing it up here, gents. Mixing it up. Hopefully this will do it. because this should be a crap ton of players. Weird team. They're hard to get to do well in replays. The 1982 Brewers. Well, now they're all going to be in here. So I didn't see that when you typed it. And opening day set in stone. Well, Aaron, if you just went through the entire draft thing, you probably don't need my help then doing this. If you were actually able to do a draft. Good for you, man. 13 years after Lincoln went to the theater for the last time. Yeah, and that's when we're General Grant and his wife Julia begged off and instead went to Philadelphia. Andrew Johnson, not in the theater that night. Yeah, 82 Cardinals, definitely, Sean. Give you another brand of baseball. Auto draft. Yeah, auto draft's fine, man. There is a way you can assign players to teams, and there's a way where you can create like, you can have all these fictional names, but like, let's say you bring up we'll just use the 1982 Brewers as an example. You can say import and rename, like you can say rename this team to that, and you can. All right, now I think we have enough because we have 1,092 players. We've had like a lot of players, so let's move on. And hopefully we have enough now. Would I like to run the draft? Yes. Okay, so here we are. And we are Wilmington, so we'll actually get to pick. So we're the Wilmington Blue Wave. So don't know how many. We got enough players in here. Again, any of these guys in here, if you double click, you can actually see their player card and stuff like that. So we're looking at Cal Abrams here, 1952, and we can see his real life stats and all that stuff. So pretty cool for doing draft picks. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and continue. All right, and here we are. So we can it will give you a list of players here, right? People that aren't, and you can ask the scout. So we just do this for one round. So the scout is saying Len Barker. So we can look at his scouting report, whatever, for Len Barker, and we can look at his real life stats. And again, you can see here it's highlighting. So for the Indians in 1982, Barker, let me see here. What are we getting with this guy? Do we want to sign this guy? He's 15-11, a 3.90 earned run average, a whip of 1.22. Yeah, let's sign him. Let's sign him. What the hell? Yes, we'll sign him and we'll continue. All right, now this does a serpentine draft. So let's pick somebody fun here. I don't know who's left. So many guys left. I'm just going to find a name here. We could sign. Let's sign Al Bunbury for shits and giggles. Let's sign Al Bunbury. Why not? Okay. Now we're going to do continue. And then I'm going to ignore this, and I'm going to just do this autocomplete. Okay. And we can choose, again here, guys, you can choose drafting philosophies. You can see a big, big, long list here in that. So I'm just going to keep it neutral and let it just do this and follow the drafting philosophy until for the rest of the draft. And we're going to let the AI do it all now. Okay. And continue. And we'll see. We'll look at some of these rosters at the end. We want players with dirty names. John DFW says that Len Barker killed him as a Braves fan. And Sean's telling us that Len Barker threw a no-hitter versus the Blue Jays. I think it's pretty cool just watching the pictures go by and stuff, too. So Joe Adcock not signed yet. That's pretty interesting. There you go. You guys are talking about names. Cap Anson, nobody has signed him yet. Luke Appling's still out there, not signed. So I do see it. There's Dick Bartell. He's not signed yet. Hank Bauer. Belanger's not signed by anybody. There's the great Steve Bilko. How about it? He's still not signed by anybody yet. Nobody has signed Bobby Bonds yet. How about that? Interesting. Larry Boa hanging out there, doesn't have a contract. Aaron Reed says, this is fun. I'm already playing my first game. Nice. So yeah, unfortunately, Sean, I can't. There's not a filter for that. Not a filter for that, my friend. So we can even look at team pick summaries as this is going along. Just as far as summaries, what it's chosen. And again, I've just left it at neutral. And there we go. Everybody is evaluating talent. And it's to be fun to see who didn't get signed in this thing. So there's some names here. All right, so let's see. Let's look at Wilmington Blue Wave, and who do we end up getting here? So Bill Allman got Max Bishop. That's cool. Harlan Cliff, Leon Durham, Carlton Fisk, Billy Goodman, Eddie Joost, but it's actually Joost in Dutch. It's a Dutch name. Looks like, is that Ray Knight? Yep, Ray Knight. We got Jim Lemon, Sam Leslie, Heine Minush. Cool. Take that. Irv Noren, Brandon Phillips, Dick Sisler, and Glenn Wilson. So we got for position players. For pitchers, we got Eldon Ocker, right? I think we got Len Barker. We did get Len Barker. How about that? So, yeah, we got Eldon Ocker, Len Barker, Larry Gura, Jim Clancy, and Steve Gromick. Oh, we get our asses kicked. All right, let's close this. That's our. There we are. So I was kidding around about with Sean. Let's pick. Let's see who Erie got anyhow. Let's look at their graphical roster view. So who'd they get? So Haas Radborn is with Erie, along with Herm Waymeyer. I'm terrible with German names. I'm sorry. Bob Hooper, Alex Kellner. Don't know who that is. There's Ray Scarborough. So these pitching stats aren't too terribly strong. So this could be. So there's Dennis Martinez. There he is. So he's okay. So Al Oliver's the first baseman, starting first baseman. Odell Hell at second. Archie Vaughn on this team. Vinny Castillo, Mike Napoli here. In the outfield, you got Ted Williams, Willie McGee, Dwight Evans. So fun stuff. And we can rename any of these teams too. So I probably would be, John. I'm really bad with German names. So there we go. There's our community league. We can change the names of. We don't want this to be Erie. We can make this Toronto if we wanted. I don't know. Maybe Sean would want me to go through these and find a team, or that he would want to do. But let's go back to home. And let's go ahead and let's do it. Spring training. We'll just end it here then. Thanks, guys, for taking part. This was really fun. We'll see what we do with it. Oh, there is a Canadian team in here. So my apologies there, Sean. My apologies, my friend. I didn't even see that. So Babe Ruth is playing for Oshawa. Lou Gehrig for Great Falls. Here you go. So wow, actually he's on two teams. Oh, that's because of the 1930s. So we got Gehrig in 34. It must have missed Gehrig. So Gehrig's going to have to get released, but we'll probably release him from Great Falls. So that snuck through. Jimmy Fox with Texarkana and Benny Koff with Oklahoma City. So yeah, we're going to have to take LaRupp and Lou out. So let's see who's on the Ottawa team here. So they're 11th in the power rankings, Sean. That's pretty cool, right? So let's see who's on the Ottawa team, Ottawa Gatineau. All right. And let's look at the graphical roster view. Let's see who you got. So Lou Gehrig at first. Ian Kinsler at second. Billy Urbanski at short. Daryl Evans at third. And then you got Hal McRae in left. Dale Murphy in center. And Reggie Jackson in right. Pretty good. You also have a hell of a start. Your rotation's pretty good too. You have Paul Derringer, Dizzy Dean, Johnny Sane, Dan Petrie is in here, Tommy John, Larry Christensen, Bronson Arroyo, and Burt Lylevin. Holy shit. So they like you. They like you. Oh, Shaw's Canadian too. All right, we can look at that. Change the Ottawa Gatineau team. So why don't we call it Sarnia? Right? Isn't that your let's do that. So how about Sarnia? We need a team nickname here. All right, we just Sarnia. We just call them the Sarnia something or other. Oops. Wait, read your name. Yeah, we just put Sarnia, and then down here we'll call them the Sarnia something or others. Give us a name. Right now they're the Sarnia Buzz. The Oilers. Okay. The Sarnia Oilers. Done, done, and done. It's just got to, I don't know why it didn't change that, but because I have to change the logo. So you can use real logos in this game or made up logos, whatever you want. So let's change their logo. And I don't even know where this game hides the logos. We'll just give them an S something from, because I can't be arsed to keep looking around here. Let's just give them something with an S. It'll be, of course, the Seattle Mariners one, or just a plain old S. For now. For now. Give me an S. Give me an S, baby. There we go. It's Seattle, but what the hell? There we go. I would have said call them the Canada A's, but that would have been bad memories. Well, some Canada A's did pretty good though. So draft log with top 10 picks. Does this keep a draft log? I don't know. I don't know if it does. So maybe a little something that's missing here. That would be nice to see that. Team reports. I don't see anything that's like that. That shows a draft log. That's too bad, because that would be really, really cool. Unless it's under deals and moves. Oh, there we go. So these are transactions. DL, amateur draft standings, initial draft signings. Is this it? Is this what I want? Yep, there we go. There we go. And who got picked first? Babe Ruth. And then the Merced team, whoever they are, we can look at their Mark Hamburger. Okay, Lou Gehrig signed by Sarnia in the third, or they were their third pick. There's Mario Soto's in here. So this gives you the entire draft. Yeah, Mark Hamburger. What the hell? The AI having some weird shit going on there. Let me see. Why are we picking him? 1 year. You didn't do shit. Oh well. Okay. He was on a team that made it to the World Series, though. Pretty cool. So Babe Ruth was the first one picked in the draft, and who was last? Willie Randolph, signed by Erie, 1982. So there we go. Yes, Ted Williams is on Erie. He is on the Erie squad. That Erie team's pretty good. They're going to be tough. Hey, Luke Easter made it in. Good. There's Ducky Medwick, one of my favorites of all time. And he's with Canton. So, guys, for a free game, the amount of stuff that you can do right here, and if you wanted, you could dump these guys all back or just do whatever, man. That's why I always encourage. I think that I really think that season replays are cool and fun, but doing these things are also fun. We're going to have to take Lou Gehrig off of Great Falls. It kind of sucks for them, but we have to. Unfortunately, we're going to have Lou Gehrig playing against Lou Gehrig. So, let me see. How do I got to retire him, I guess. I think it's one thing I've never learned how to do in this game. So we got to send Lou off. Got to take Lou off the team. Yeah, I think so. I think they are. And again, there's nothing wrong with them at all. I don't know. God, how do I? Let me see. Let's look at Lou. Yeah, I'm gonna release Lou Gehrig, 1927. I'm sorry, guys. I have to. Yep, I want to release Lou Gehrig. Okay, and then we're just gonna go ahead and auto-fill the roster. 2 automatically signed players. Yep. Sorry, not enough financial resources. Bite me, really? You serious? So we got a signed free agent. Let's see. Let's look at the top 10, 25%, and let's find somebody. They need a first baseman since we took Gehrig. We had to demote him. So un moment, por favor. Okay, there we go. I knew this was sortable. It's just taking its time. Got to replace Lou Gehrig for that team. So who is going to be good? How about Stuffy McGinnis, man? Although I don't think he was, maybe not 1925. How about, trying to replace Lou Gehrig, for God's sakes. Got to get somebody with some power here, though. Boy, I don't know, man. Yeah, I figure if I took out this team's cleanup hitter, so I need somebody with some decent pop here. Gehrig is ridiculous there with that 84 power number or whatever it is. So just trying to find something close. How close can you get, right? Looks like Jim Hagan might be a good pick. Again, yeah, let's select Doug Mirabelli, I guess. Yep. There we go. All fixed. All right. Who, Mirabelli was a catcher? Let me look at these lineups here really quickly. So George Grantham looks like their first baseman on whatever team this is. It worked out fine. Duke Snyder batting cleanup for this team, so that's cool. And Lou Gehrig is still in the other one. So Mirabelli gets signed by accident. So, yeah, Wally Pipp, I guess, there's a lot of guys not signed here, that's for sure. That is for sure. So let's go home. So we can't do attorney, but we have a couple teams here. So we have Schumacher and Jansen and Will White versus Erskine Meyer. Will White, there we go. There's one of our 1878 guys. So thanks, guys, this was just a lot of fun just for us to throw out some names and teams. And probably would have been better for Saturday night, but I really do appreciate it nonetheless. Yeah, right. So Sean says here, crazy how much one can do for free with True Cards and Dice and PC Sim Sports. Lots out there. Absolutely. It's pretty insane. And I love it. So tell you what, let's sim 1 month. Just 1 month. And let's look around at things. Okay. Pause autoplay and prompt me if a player pitches a no-hitter. Pause autoplay and prompt me when a new issue of PSPN is published. We're not going to worry about that. Let me see. Pause autoplay and prompt me if a human-owned team. Nah, we just for a no-hitter. I think that will be fine. Yep. Let's go. And this thing is really, really nice. Has a nice stats browser in it as well. So whoever Glens Falls is, they're off to a 5-0 start. Asheville 4-0, whoever they are. Erie at 3-4. Where is Sarnia? Sarnia is 2-3 right now. So the fastest game I've ever seen that can sim a season is Baseball for Windows. The thing is incredibly fast. So Babe Ruth has 5 home runs already. Billy Doran and Ricky Henderson up there with steals, each with 3. Yeah, we'll look at these. We'll look at the stats for a little bit before we sign off. Glens Falls is crazy, man. 12-2. We got to see who's on that team. Wow, 13-2. 8-2 in their last 10. Look at their ERA is 2.12, so they're just killing it. Todd's tracking somebody. You talking about Merced? Is that where you are, Todd? Or okay, so everything's still evaluating talent and stuff like that. So it's going into May. I told it to just do a month, but there we go. All right, let's look around here. Let's look at the standings. So Glens Falls at 16-6 in the Castro Legends division. In the DFW division, it's a little tighter there. Salt Lake City and Laredo separated just by a half game. All pretty good races so far, except Merced. Merced's out of it, man. 2-22. They're screwed. Our Wilmington team, we're just a game below 500. And then Erie. But who's on this Glens Falls team? Who's on here? because they're just ridiculous. So their rotation looks like this. You got Vic Rashi, Dave Stieb, Nolan Ryan, Freddie Fitzsimmons, Ray Benj. I don't really know who that is. I should know that name. Johnny Morrison from the Pirates. Les Titia, Vita Blue. And they got Bill Terry at first, Augie Galan at second, Nafi Perez and Lonnie Fry splitting time at short, Carney Lansford at third, outfield starting as Dave Winfield in left field, Wally Berger in center, and Dave Parker in right. So what a tough team they are. Pretty good bullpen coming out of there too. Well, these guys are still down in the minors, so this does have a minor league system. Yeah, Merced's going to get a hell of a draft pick. How about it? How about it? Can look at team stats. So there we go. We can kind of look at everybody on whatever team we're looking at here. So I think this is us, or the Winfield, whatever, the Blue Wave. Let's look at Sarnia here, or not Sarnia. Yeah, Sarnia. Is that who we're looking at? There we go. And let's sort some things out. Let's sort it out. So, no surprise here. Reggie Jackson leading Sarnia with 6 home runs. Evans and Gehrig each with 4. Not bad. Not bad. Anybody stealing any bases for Sarnia? Yep. Dale Murphy. That's crazy. So, but with only 4. So, but still, that's a lot, isn't it? Todd Helton, he's not doing anything. He didn't even get in any games yet. Yeah, this is fun. What can I say? All right, we'll mess with this some night. We'll pick we'll just pick a game and just have fun with it. We can look at just stats here. There's Sarnia. There's just Sarnia. So. Pretty good stuff here. Here's team. You can do roster reports here, player ratings changes, and this will change ratings as the game goes on. There's game results report. So again, if you're you can look at all the box scores. So this is very, very reminiscent of like Action PC baseball. So you can see all these. And look at box scores. And the box scores are really nice looking in this game too. Pretty detailed stuff. All right, Merced. Yeah, everybody wants to see Merced. Okay, we can do that because they're pretty bad, aren't they? Look at that, man. So Tommy Byrne and Johnny Markham got the only 2 wins for them. So, yikes. Really, really, really bad. And I don't know whether they played Glens Falls, who's killing it. So I think possibly. But let's look at their roster, huh? Why do you guys suck so badly? So again, they got Arky Vaughn over there, Tony Lazzari, Johnny Hopp, Tom Paciorek. Over in left, you got Bob Horner. Let me see. Al Simmons, so Bucketfoot Al out there in left, Earl Averill in center, and Billy Herman and Sixto Lascano sharing time in right field. Spud Davis. So Lee Meadows, Fred Frankhouse. I think this is where they're getting hit, is with their pitching is just pretty bad. There's Eric Shaw. Gaylord Perry. Where are you, Tim? Tommy Byrne. Bob Shirley and Derek Lowe. And there's Hamburger. So Hamburger, he probably should be demoted. But they don't really have anybody down here in their minor leagues to kind of bring up. Right? Just not very strong team here at all. Yeah, pretty crazy stuff, huh? But I don't know, Merced. Lots of baseball to play yet. So, we'll see. Oh, I didn't even see the ERA thing. I'm sorry. So go back here too. There's our standings. So Merced, its team ERA is, I don't know, that might be a little glitch in the game. Because an ERA that high, I think would just be an infinity. I'm not sure, but maybe it is. I don't know. But Merced has a team ERA of 5.43. So, yeah. Glens Falls, though, they're, wow, team ERA of 2.58. So, tough team. Tough team. So, I forget how to look at, like, there's a way to look at stats in this, and I can't remember how to do it. Can't remember how to do it. Because you can look at all kinds of really good stats in here, and I can't remember how to do it. Probably because I'm getting tired. Maybe is it home? It's not Maine, because Maine isn't gonna. No, we don't want that. Oh well. Anyhow, good place to stop. Oh, bottom says tabs. All right, let's just quick load. Okay. Thank you, Sean. What the hell would I do without you, man? Stats and reports. There we go. So pretty good here for current season. You can't do like an action PC baseball where you can, or out of the park baseball where you can create your own kind of things. But this gives you all the usual suspect type things. So there we go. So who's leading in RBI? Probably, yeah, Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth leading in RBI, I believe. Yeah. So thank you, Sean. Appreciate you. So Deion Sanders leading the league in steals. Sweet Lou Whitaker, who should be in the Hall of Fame. What the hell? And Rudy Law coming in second. Ricky Henderson with 5 steals. There's Kyler. Glad I got him in there. Glad we got him in there. So cool. Let's look at OPS here. Babe Ruth, Hal Trotsky, and Terry Kennedy. Terry Kennedy, third in OPS in this league so far. So I've never tried it, man. I don't know. Okay, what does this say? Use the export data facility to transfer key data from your association to a file that can easily be imported into most popular spreadsheets and database programs. Okay, so we can put this out to Excel, HTML, or Access database, or a comma delimited database. So there you go. So we could just export this and look at everything in an Excel spreadsheet. So there you go. HTML dynasty reports. Oh, doesn't really. Let me bring you over so you can see what this does. So this is just be for later on as we keep playing and things like that. So, if we click here, team stats, there you go. Nice, clean HTML format for you. And we can go back. So again, generated on the fly. Pretty cool. We don't have any past champions yet. We can look at rosters here. Again, and big, long, scrolly things. So Sean Sullivan, hell of a job that he did. And we can see here, again, you can promote and demote. It does have minor leagues. You can't play minor leagues in this game like you can in Out of the Park, but I think it's pretty well damned worth it, Here, we can look at league leaders. There we go. So pretty easy to see some stuff in here for league leaders. So we've got Terry Kennedy right now, batting average. Deion Sanders is kind of overperforming here, I think. Just a little bit. So Yogi Berra and Deion Sanders each with 36 hits. So there, a little bit of a back end view of PureSim baseball. So I guess that'll do it, guys, for this craziness here, as we've done 2 hours and 44 minutes. Thanks again. I think we'll have some fun with this, just for giggles, just because it's fun. I got to check one category here. Triples. Deion Sanders and Lonnie Smith. Okay, no surprise there. No surprise. So we've got Harlan Clift and Irv Noren up there, our two guys from Wilmington. Who's grounding into double plays here? Jason Thompson, Larry Walker. Anyhow, I hope you guys found it fun. I hope you found it useful. If you do have this game, go for it and just have some fun with it. This game does track highlights, by the way. So Babe Ruth had 3 home runs versus Merced. Oh, those poor guys. That Merced team, man. Holy moly, huh? Yep, there it is. He had 3 home runs. Jeez. And it was Fred Frankhouse who gave those up there to the Babe. Wow. Love looking at these stats. Love looking at them. Doesn't look like we have any no-hitters. But Fernando Valenzuela had a 10 strikeout game. Carl Hubble pitched a 4-hitter. And I don't see any no-hitters, though. Hey, there we go. Bruce Keeson. Way to go, Bruce. Had himself a complete game 7-hitter. Nice. Dizzy Trout and Chris Short, each with 10 strikeout games. Sal Magley threw a 9-hitter. That's kind of where we are right now. So, oh, God. So there you go. Gives you the stuff that you need. So if you're not terribly familiar with sabermetric reports, there you go. And then do with it what you want. As Sean said, boatload. So when you click on those, we can look at everybody's. You can look at right now, early in the season, but Lou Gehrig with the highest WAR for Sarnia. So gross production, all the fun Bill James sabermetric stuff is all in here. Stolen base runs, things like that. Sabermetric reports are there for people who like that stuff. Yep. They also have the PSPN newspaper or whatever that is weekly or bi-weekly or monthly. Yeah, I forget where to find those too, but too bad about these because there's not, I don't think any of these, in fact, I think these make the game crash. I'm going to try to bring one in. Let's try, I know I'm going to leave soon. Streaks. Yeah, got to complete one season. So some of these add-ins will work and some of them won't. So just warning you ahead of time. Some of these will not work. So we don't have any postseason. We'd have to do the whole thing, and then we'll try and see which one of these work and which of these crash the game. So, but there you go. For you, there's park factor stuff, which all these are set to the same park, so it doesn't matter. I didn't set any parks, as you guys saw. Guys, thank you very, very much. We got a long stream in again. Didn't plan to, but it's 12:39. So to add multiplayer, I don't know, Sean. I don't know if Sean Sullivan had ever wanted to do that or not. Oh, I forgot to show you this stuff, guys. Here, so you can do sortable batting if you want, and you can do this by position. So yeah, you can actually go get really, really deep into this thing if you want. So if we wanted to see, for instance, what third basemen were doing, So it's just going to show us third baseman, and then these are all, everything is sortable here. So Jimmy Fox playing third in this, and he was rated a third. So Jimmy Fox right now, and there's Michael Jack Schmidt. So you can do current season. You can do all past seasons in PureSim. See what that does. Probably nothing, because we don't have anything like that, because it's talking about seasons that we do in PureSim. So, oh, now it's going to load in. Good God, what's going to load in here? Current season. I think it's career totals is what it was trying to load in when I stopped it so rudely. Yep. There we go. There we go. So, fun stuff, guys. Fun stuff. And that is it. You're welcome, John and Sean and Aaron and Corey and Todd B and Cousin Ken was here. Clee Baseball Fan 879 was here. I'll say thank you to Aaron again, because why not? Chris Slovic, thank you, buddy, for being here. Appreciate you. You know that. Can't wait to get together this summer with your brother. Heart and Soul of the channel was here. Not too many shots fired by Ken and Todd tonight. So, Corey Highfield, hope you'll come back again. Tony M was here tonight as well with us. Legend Sports Universe. You guys know what I feel about that channel, so definitely get subscribed. And Samuel Smith was the first one in the ballpark tonight. I think we covered everybody. We topped out at something like 17 tonight, so pretty good. Nathaniel, thank you, buddy. All right, guys, till the next time we meet, as always, have fun. Lots of baseball coming up in the next few weeks or next month or so as far as games go. Friday night, we're going to do a cursory first look at Out of the Park 26. And Saturday night, we'll do some games in it. All right. Mike's Ballparks won't be in there yet, so it'll probably be using a generic park, or maybe we'll do something interesting with the ballpark creator and play around a little bit with Drive for the Pennant or whatever. All right, guys, till then, see you around the batting cage. Good night, family.